What's up, guys? Welcome to our very first episode of My Brother's Scorekeeper. I'm the host, Michael Leonard, a.k.a. Leonard. I'm here with my brother from another, Dylan Gurley.
What's up?
And my other brother from another mother, Garrett Tucker, a.k.a. G-Tuck.
What's going on?
We're just a bunch of guys that have grown to be friends and more than friends. We're practically family right now. One thing that we do love is college football. Sports in general as well, but college football is our main love. SEC is king in our life.
King, like it or not.
Oh, yeah.
The truth's the truth.
We're all from Bama, so we've grown up in SEC. So that's what we're going to be, mostly a college football podcast. Majority SEC talk, because there's nothing greater than talking about the SEC football. Some of the things we're going to be talking about today, looking at the preseason AP top 25 poll, who's our top 5 quarterbacks, top 5 freshmen as well, and then we're going to give you a SEC preview, ACC preview, and we're going to give our Heisman candidates, who we think is going to win it, and some dark horse candidates as well. Plus, we're going to talk a little bit about some coaches who's probably going to lose their fucking job.
Yeah, rightly so to a few.
Yeah.
And at the end, we'll cap off who we're going to have in our playoffs.
So we're getting in the shit basically. This is where you want to be.
Oh yeah. So starting off before we even get anything, how excited are y'all for football?
I mean, it's college football. I mean, it's like a national holiday, especially down here in the South.
It's like Christmas.
Yeah.
Violent Christmas, which is
love
most Christmases in
football.
Alabama, let's be honest.
Oh, yeah.
Either way.
Oh, yeah. It's like I could get a lump of cola on Christmas Day. I could give a shit less. I mean, as long as I can watch it, at least I can watch, football on Saturday.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think everybody's excited this year. Like,
Everybody is.
how could you not be? Again, we hope that the pandemic doesn't ruin the full stadium capacity, but I'm at the point, if we even just get it for a little bit, I'll take it.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
I mean, that's my thing.
At least get us to week 3.
Yeah.
Alabama and Florida, everybody's going to be tuned in for that one.
Yeah, for anybody that doesn't know, Leonard's the odd duckling. He's the damn Florida fan. Me and G Tucker, Bama till we die.
Oh, yeah. We got to get a shout out to Roll Tide.
Yeah, I know you guys hate us, and that's
Go
okay.
Gators.
We love it.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, nothing's better than waking up early in the morning to watch game day. Start watching them football games coming 11 o'clock in the morning.
It's like the only reason to get up early on a Saturday, too. It's
It
like,
is.
I'm not going to get up. It's like, you bet your ass during the fall I'm getting up Saturday morning.
Yeah, which sucks that I mostly got to work on Saturdays, but that's okay. Shout out,
Shout out to the daily grind.
But either way, you bet your ass I'm going to be looking on my phone on college game day, coming on.
Absolutely.
Screw work.
Yeah, this should be like mandatory Saturdays off during football season. This is just like complete horse shit that people have to work when the games are on, because that's just like being in prison.
I think this will be the first year in like 5 years that I will be able to at least watch most games.
That's true, yeah, because you were still working a lot on weekends last year, so yeah, that's going to be nice.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be awesome.
So, now, with no further ado, we're going to start talking about the top 25 AP poll that just came out.
And boy, is this thing just a shit show. I'm going to be honest. The coaches poll, I didn't agree with some of it. This AP poll, I just do not agree with a lot of this.
So we probably got a lot of hot takes to go,
Oh, plenty.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're just going to name off all the rankings, and we'll see if they're in the right spot, if they need to be higher, lower. So let's just start off with the number 1 preseason favorite.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
I think everybody and their mom, grandmother, dog, guinea pig,
my cousin's cousin
knows who's going to be number 1. The defending champs. Rightfully so, needs to be number 1. Alabama.
There we go. I mean, heck, there's nothing to talk about there. I mean, defending national champions.
I mean, like we said, being defending champs, till somebody knocks us off, I mean, you have to be one. I've always felt that it should be that way.
Rightfully so.
And obviously, we have question marks. We already know the hype around Bryce Young. But we'll have to see what he does. We don't know till he really gets on the field. Obviously, lost a lot on the offensive side. But, of course, we have kind of become wide receiver U recently. The backfield is where a lot of my question marks in the offensive line come in. But I expect the defense to be solid, so that's something there for sure. But, Pete Golden, if you blow it this year, I swear to God, you are gone, sir. So I hope so, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, on to number 2 on the APP poll. I don't know if I quite agree with this, but they put Oklahoma in the number 2 spot.
No.
Really? Man, I'm down for that.
No.
I'm on the Sooner train this year.
I mean, I can see the Sooners being at least in the top 5, but number 2, I mean, which is like I don't know, it's just 50-50 for me.
I think it's just, you do have the Heisman favorite, right?
Yep.
Like, again, he's Heisman favorite. He has that sweet-ass chicken deal with Raising Cane's, slinging tenders and touchdowns. But, I think with a lot of what they have coming back on offense, and they have improved defensively the last couple of years, to me, they're the next best team that I would favor right now. That's just my opinion. But
oh, yeah. I mean, I definitely got them in my top 5, though.
Oh, yeah. You have to have them in the top 5 for sure. I think they're finally getting some kind of national love this year because we do have a lot of question marks about some of the usual perennial picks for there where they have a little bit more consistency.
Okay. Number 3 spot. I definitely don't agree with this.
Hell no.
Number 3 is Clemson. I don't see how they can be over Georgia at that point.
Yeah.
Georgia definitely needs to be in that 3 spot, I think.
Yeah, I would 100% agree with that.
I hope this is like the first time I'm hearing this right now. So
this is the first time I looked at it.
So
too.
yeah, if you're looking at me, if people can watch my facial expressions right now. I mean, I'm just like,
even though I looked at it earlier today, I've still been pissed about most of the day.
Yeah, like the few that I've seen, I think the Coach Poll and ESPN, I think they got it pretty much on.
Ohio State said otherwise.
Well, with Clemson being number 3, it's just you lost a generational quarterback in Lawrence. They're Peyton Manning, right? Like it's just. And DJU, he seems to be very talented, right? I mean, he played well last year, sparingly when he was in there, but we hadn't seen a full scope enough yet to know that he can get them to the playoff. And I'm honestly, this is just my opinion, but I'm so damn tired of hearing Dabo's little old Clemson speeches, and I like Dabo, but here we go. This is a perfect example. You're preseason 3, and the last time we seen you were on the national stage, and you got your ass kicked by a team that played 3 games?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm being facetious, of course, but come on, man. They barely even played, and they destroyed you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. On to number 4, Ohio State.
Bullshit. This 3 to 5 area just infuriates me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord. Ohio State. I mean, I don't even see them in my top 5. I don't even see. I mean, tell you the truth, if you look at their schedule and everything, it's like a cakewalk.
I know, but that's going to put them in the playoffs.
I know that. I know. It's like a golden gate. They see it, but they're taking like 10 steps, and they're like, "Hey, we're here."
Fair point.
It's just I see a lot of hate like back on the Alabama stuff and talking about cupcake. And I was like, well, they got a cupcake with damn sprinkles on it. It's just
yeah. I know everybody thinks that we always have this automatic bid into the playoff, but it's based off of kind of just what we do. We're consistently winning against much further superior competition than what Ohio State wins against year in and year out.
But they act like the Michigan game is going to break Ohio State every year, and it never fucking does.
No, God, that rivalry just pisses me off so bad because I want to see it get better, but it's just not. But
Penn State gave them better games than Michigan.
Yes,
Indiana.
Yeah,
gave them better games.
Iowa,
but we're going to get that to sometime.
At the end
in
of the
show.
day, there's just too many question marks with him this year, I think. Like, we don't know much about his QB, and we know it's going to be a talented guy, no doubt. But, I think the only thing I can point to that they have going for him is having Chris Olave back is going to be huge for them. But everywhere else, man, there's just so many question marks. I can't just definitively say that they're going to contend at a national level.
Very questionable.
Their quarterback hasn't even played a game, has he?
No, it's either going to be C.J. Stroud or Ryan McCord, I think. Something McCord.
Yeah.
But I think Stroud's probably going to win it, but still, we just don't know anything about him.
Number 6 is Texas A&M. I think that's
that's what I got as in my top 25 is Texas A&M at number 6.
crap. We did skip Georgia.
Yep, we skipped Georgia. Sorry, Georgia. Don't kill us. Don't get your panties in the water.
My fault. I skipped the whole last number. But, all right. Number 5 was Georgia.
Number 5, Georgia.
Number 5, Georgia.
Too low.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's be too low. I mean, I think Georgia should be in Clemson's spot right now.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, like I said, Clemson got sliced up in playoffs.
Well, and I'm one of the people who think they're going to shit the bed, of course, like usual. But still, right now, I just don't see how you could possibly have, two teams who got waxed last year with Clemson and Ohio State above them. That makes no sense to me.
Exactly.
All right. Like I said, 6, Texas A&M.
And that's who I got as number 6 in my
I think
spot.
everybody can agree with that.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's not too high, it's not too low, but, it's still, like all throughout this college football is going to be a big question mark for a lot of teams. So
I think this is the year that A&M can kind of take that next step, though. Like, this is the prime opportunity for them to do that with so many question marks we have across the SEC. Even though we know they're going to have a new QB, I really think it's going to benefit them because I feel like Mon really kind of held them back the last couple of years. He was just so limited.
Have they named the starter?
No, not that I'm aware of. They hadn't. They do have one of these highly talented freshmen. I can't remember the kid's name for the life of me, but I feel like he's going to get it, and it just kind of getting some Jameis Winston vibes there. We'll see if they can kind of get going pretty quickly and see what they can accomplish.
Oh, yeah.
Number 7 is about messed up. Iowa State.
Cyclones.
Oh, yeah, the Cyclones.
I'm big on Iowa State, personally.
They're going to win the Big 12.
Oh, that's fire.
No. I doubt it, though.
Oh, come on, man. You can't walk it off now. Come on now.
You got to make a bold prediction like that.
I'd have throw that in
Hey,
there.
let's be honest, though. If anybody's going to push Oklahoma,
It's going to be them.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and last year they've kind of the last few years contended with them pretty tight. So this may be the year that they get over the hump.
Oh, yeah.
Number 8, Cincinnati. Yeah, that's one of them.
Question mark.
Yeah, questionable. That's questionable.
I can see it, but I don't know.
I mean, based on like a Cinderella year, I mean, can they push the momentum from last year to this year?
Yeah, that's the big thing. Like, everybody can have that one good season. You could have that national championship season like UCF had.
Yeah.
Sons of bitches. But anyway, can they extend it? UCF kind of has extended off that success. They hadn't, had the season they had that year, but they've consistently been a, 9-10 win program ever since they pulled that off. So.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they got a shot. They got their quarterback back.
Yeah, having Brock Purdy and Breece Hall back is huge for them. They're going to make some noise.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Oh, shit, I was talking about Iowa State. That's my bad. Off track there.
I was like, what the hell?
They do have, since he does have Desmond Ridder back, and by the way, we're missing a huge opportunity to call him the Riddler, so let's jump on that.
Yeah.
At number 9, Notre Dame.
Low.
Try
it! Not low. And that's high.
That's high. Yeah, that's extremely too high.
I'm sorry, but I'm not an Irish fan.
I think they should be like probably around 15, in my opinion.
I say 20.
Like, yeah, I mean, I'd be fine with that. Hell, I'd be fine if they wasn't ranked.
I mean, when they selected them in the playoffs last year, I was just like, what? I'd rather give Cincinnati a shot.
Absolutely.
I mean,
absolutely.
They would have gave us a better.
Yeah, or A&M. Yeah, A&M's over here like, hey, don't forget about us.
Yeah, exactly. And to tell you the truth, they actually played us pretty good last year.
They did. They played us better than most for sure.
Oh yeah, I mean
Notre Dame. The reason I'm so pissed about them even being in the top 10 is because, like, and I was just talking about this the other day and this morning as well, is that they literally. Okay, we get it. Oh, you beat Clemson, right? You didn't have Trevor Lawrence, though, and you still barely beat him without Lawrence.
Took 2 overtimes.
Right, and then Lawrence comes back, throttles your ass in the conference title game. You get embarrassed. Some reason you still get in the playoff. That should have been enough proof right there. And then, yeah, we might have only won, I think it was 31-17. We could have hung 60 on their ass.
It was over at halftime.
Like, we started just handing the damn ball off all second half. That's all we did.
When I saw Najee Harris hurdle that guy, I was just like, yeah, it's over.
Well, this is the thing,
That's
too.
Demoralizing.
They are now either 0-8 or 0-9. I forget which one in their last however so many New Year's Six or BCS bowl games, and they have gotten throttled every time. Like, I think the average margin of victories is a couple touchdowns, but for sure for the other teams. Like, the only one they've had was close was in the mid-2000s against, I believe, Florida State in the Orange Bowl, and they lost only by like 6 or 5. But other than that, they have absolutely got embarrassed on a national level.
Well, in all big games, they're shaking, and they're shaking. It's just
yeah, they can't do it.
If they show up in the big games, I'd be okay with them at number.
Oh yeah, I mean, because they're a perennial program, but it's just every time that they have to match up with somebody else, like they just shit the bed completely. Like they're just non-existent.
Or have a move conference.
Maybe Brian Kelly should quit playing offense like it's 2012. That might help too.
Yeah, exactly. Smash mouth. I mean, tell you the truth, the one back or going under center, it's over.
It's over.
I mean, if you're going to do something like that, go to the pistol.
Absolutely.
All right. To end the top 10, North Carolina is in the 10th spot.
Tell you the truth, I believe North Carolina needs to be in Notre Dame spot. I mean, for real.
If not higher.
I was going to say that.
I'm kind of high on them this year, personally.
Put them at 8 in Cincinnati spot.
I got them at 7. Really.
Yeah, I would put them in that area. I think, Sam Howell's legit. Mac Brown's building a program up there. They've got better every year.
Yeah, Sam Howell is a potential Heisman candidate, too.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's nothing more you can say. I mean, Matt Brown's got a system.
I mean, who are you going to trust more in a big game right now, North Carolina or Notre Dame?
North Carolina.
Right. That's no contest for me because I also know I'm going to get at the very least, I'm getting solid quarterback play.
Yep.
Which we have not seen from Notre Dame. The best thing that's happened to Notre Dame in the last 20 years was when fucking Rudy come out. That was it.
All right. At the 11th spot, Oregon.
Oh, my God.
Wild card.
Yeah.
Wild card. Like, I can see them blowing up or I can see them just eating shit. I really don't know.
Yeah.
I have a lot of question marks, but also a lot of positives. I don't know.
Yeah, well, it depends. They play their own. If they don't play till, like, December.
I mean, obviously everybody's high on Thibodeau, but
yeah,
and I do think the guy's legit. But it's like you're going to need a lot more than that to contend at a national level. I have concerns about the quarterback.
Yeah, they definitely. At number 12, Wisconsin.
Garbage.
Try
Garbage. I'm just calling it out, man. It's garbage. Like that's way too high for them. I mean, what the hell did they do last year to earn being preseason 12 other than the fact that they have that damn W on the side of their helmet?
Nothing really.
Graham Mertz was supposed to be the guy, and he didn't do shit.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see nothing special.
No. He had, 2 good games, then he went downhill right after that. Because, of course, he was throwing for 300 on fucking Middle Tennessee State or whoever,
But that's another thing. Wisconsin is the same category as Notre Dame. They play good.
That's true.
Against Notre Dame, weaker teams,
games.
but it come down to the big game.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's true.
Big
Yeah,
games.
you can put them in that category. Notre Dame's worse, but they're right there behind them at this point. And they're another one. It's because they refuse to change.
Yeah.
Right? Like, they're still playing the same ball right now they were back when fucking Monty Ball was playing there.
Yeah.
Like, they're constantly like, we run the ball at Wisconsin. We're like, yeah, we know. No shit. Like, that's the problem. You can't throw the damn thing when you need to.
Exactly.
At number 13, my boys, Florida.
Well, I mean, to me, I had Florida at not number 6, but I had them. I mean, I had them in my top 10. I mean, because everybody's sleeping
Big time
on Florida. I mean,
disrespect.
Yeah, exactly. And plus, like I said, Florida and Alabama, that's going to be their SEC opener, and that's going to be one hell of a game.
The biggest question about Florida is how is their defense going to be this year? Because it can't get no worse than it was.
No, it
last
cannot
year.
get any worse than last year.
And also having a quarterback and like Emery Jones.
Yeah.
And I mean he's been carved out of Dan Mullen.
Yeah, he's been in that
for
system
3 years.
Well, there's a reason that he hasn't left either.
Yeah,
that's my thing, right?
Yeah.
With this, he could have easily left with the kind of already background and reputation he has in the transfer portal in and out. He could have done left. There's a reason he stayed.
Oh yeah, I mean he's getting his. He's possibly, or if not, he's going to get a shot.
If they end up beating Georgia this year, which it's 50-50, I can see them winning it for sure. I know Georgia has probably the best team they've had, in the last 10 years, really, in my opinion. But if they end up beating them, I think this is the year that Mullen shows up to the post-game presser half lit, and he's like, "Welcome to the swamp, bitch."
Oh yeah. I see that.
All right. Number 14 spot, Miami.
That's pretty fair to me.
I mean, that's pretty fair.
I can see that. That's definitely better than the coaches. I think there were 16 there. I felt that was just a little too low.
Yeah,
I mean, we still got questions how Derek King will be after his injury, but
plus
I think he'll be okay.
Plus, defense. Didn't see a whole lot of turnovers.
And they lost a lot of guys actually to the draft. That's I think their back end still brought a lot back, but at least their pass rush is going to be a little questionable.
Yeah, I mean, really. I mean, that turnover chain was kind of silent last year, so it was just,
and the ACC is begging them to have a better season.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, all right. Number 15, USC.
Kind of agree with that.
Yeah, I was going to say, I like that spot. Them and Oregon are going to be your front runners.
Yeah,
for the Pac-12
for sure.
Oh yeah,
for sure,
no doubt.
I don't see anybody taking them down other than
and USC. They could overachieve. I mean, it's possible. I mean, they do have a solid quarterback, I think, in Keaton Slovis. He could have one of these monster seasons where he kind of just puts them on his back, which he already did that last year, really. But I would hope as a team they've improved. But I don't know. There's still some question marks there, but I could definitely see them kind of maybe doing a little bit better than what we even think they're going to do, possibly.
Oh, yeah.
The problem is the Pac-12 gets no respect anymore, so that's going to be a little bit of a challenge.
I mean, they don't really care about football, so.
No.
Well, apparently not,
Yeah, apparently.
Number 16, LSU.
Too low.
Yeah, I think, everybody's sleeping on them a little bit.
Yes.
I mean, just because, they was having their defending national championship season, and then,
they lost literally everybody.
Yeah, they got absolutely shredded. All the coordinators gone, all these guys off the draft. I mean, it was rough.
Yeah. I think this season, I can see them at least being 10 wins or 9 wins.
Yeah, I think they win no less than 8.
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean,
but I wouldn't be surprised if they did break through, like you said, 9, 10 wins.
Yeah, I mean, because last year they was breaking down a whole lot of freshmen, and I mean, there's just going to be a lot of there's going to be a lot more, I guess, calm for them now.
Yeah,
and
more stability.
Yeah,
that's the thing. And I feel like if the Miles Brennan injury hadn't happened, just this freak accident he just had, and I mean, God bless the kid. Hopefully he gets better soon. It's crazy. Hate to hear something like that, but if that hadn't happened, they'd probably be a little higher. But I feel like people are sleeping on them even more now. But I mean, I see enough from Max Johnson last year that I thought he probably should be the starter anyway.
I mean, he showed that he was capable.
He opened that offense up last year at the end of the season, and that's what they really needed, was somebody to take those chances.
Okay. 17, Indiana.
I actually got Indiana at number 17. I mean, like I said, they went toe-to-toe with Ohio State. I mean, they got themselves a pretty good quarterback.
Damn good quarterback.
That can go blow for blow. It's just, you got to pick up that defense a little bit.
Well, the question really is, to me, is like, I could make a case for them to be higher. But we don't know how Penix Jr. is going to look.
Say,
that's the big thing.
Same way with the Derek King. We don't know. We don't know how they're going to be.
But I think
this year.
Penix, he blew his knee out last year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, he
So
did.
he's coming off a little bit more of a serious injury than even King.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, hopefully he bounces back, though. I mean, he was pretty electric last year for the little bit that we got to see him.
I mean, I was like, Indiana went blow for blow,
Yeah.
with Ohio State. So, I mean, it's just.
Yeah, they deserve credit there. They pushed them more than anybody has recently in that conference.
What were we at? 18, Iowa.
That's a fair case right there.
Yeah.
The Iowa Steelers.
Yeah, for sure. I will say that Iowa, you have to give them credit because they're consistent every year.
They really are. Like, they get slept on a lot. Like, was it Kirk Ferentz or whatever their coach's name is? He's got kind of a strange name, but that cat's been there a long time.
Yeah.
And he's kind of like the more northern, Coach Snyder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's been there so long, and he just keeps cranking out a consistent program up there. And I think that they might win that division this year, to be honest. Because I don't have any faith in Wisconsin, and they bring a lot back. So
Yeah. I do like to see eventually, and they seem like they're on the way. I want to see them get to that next level in that conference.
yeah, and they need it. That conference needs it too. Like the stupidest thing they've ever done was decide to put Ohio State and Michigan in the same damn division, along with Michigan State.
Yeah.
That one side is so heavy, like it is terrible.
Oh shit! I lost my. All right, here we go. All right, number 19, Penn State.
Way too low.
Yeah, I say low.
Yeah, I feel like they're gonna have a bounce back season.
Yes, big time. James Franklin's a great coach. He's not going to have the same mistakes as last year, and it was just really weird for them too. Which is COVID year was weird for everybody, but still, I feel like last year was definitely an anomaly for them.
Turn that shit off.
Damn kids with their loudspeakers.
All right, number 20, Washington.
Not a damn clue.
Yeah,
To be honest with you,
I don't know.
I watched them play just a little bit last year, and I mean very sparingly, but I don't know, man. Like 20 is okay, I guess, but I don't have high hopes for them.
I don't
really.
even think the
I actually got him at 20, but like Dylan was saying, no clue.
Yeah, not a clue. I mean, I really don't.
Like, who the hell's Washington?
Yeah, I mean, and this is not Washington with
Jake Brown and
yeah.
Well, yeah, but was it Chris Peterson?
Yeah.
that too.
Obviously he's long gone, and so that really affected the program a lot.
At number 21, Texas.
Bullshit.
Horns down.
Yeah. Horns down, man. Horns down. Y'all better get over that sissy shit before you come to the SEC too. I'm just telling you right now, I'm gonna be horns down every Saturday.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Think Pasadena, wake up and smell the roses.
yeah, like
Shots
real.
fired. I feel like that's just too high for them. Like, and I have high hopes for them with Sarkisian this year. I actually think, I'm not saying they're gonna have a great record, but I think even though they may lose like 4 or 5 games, they're gonna be way more competitive.
Mhm.
But I mean, 21 just seems a little much to me. I know it's
Yeah.
just 21, but I would put them 24, 25.
Oh
Yeah, right there on the.
If not,
brink of being in the
if
top
not,
25.
or you can just argue about the fact that they don't need to be ranked.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, I mean,
22, Coastal Carolina.
I can see it.
I mean, they had a solid season last
I
year.
mean, they only lost one game.
The Coastal Carolina Blue Chickens. whatever their damn mascot is, I forget. But no, I think that's legit. They definitely deserve to be in the top 25 after that season last year and
Yeah, I mean-
embarrass BYU anytime, any team, my ass.
Garbage, BYU.
Garbage.
Just garbage.
Number 23, Louisiana.
Low.
Yeah, I actually say low.
I actually pulled up their record this morning because I couldn't remember if they. I was thinking they won like 9 games. They were 10-1 last year.
Was it?
Yes.
Whoa.
People forget, man. Billy Napier did a hell of a job there last year. They're bringing a lot back, and that's why I'm like, Texas is prime for an upset week 1. I think. I don't know that it does happen, but I would not be surprised. These guys are 10-1, and nobody's talking about it.
Yeah,
I wonder how Auburn feels.
This is true.
It's like Milo's can't save you, Bo Nix.
No.
Number 24 is Utah.
Fucking Utes. Mormons, am I right?
Utes.
Utah is constantly one of those teams that just always hangs around. It's almost Like, you forget about them, to be honest, or at least I do a lot, because then they pop up in the top 25, I know, and they just start climbing up the rankings. You're like, oh, shit, well, there's Utah again.
Yeah, exactly.
So you gotta give them credit. They are pretty consistent.
I was gonna say, they show up every year. Always have a good, solid team to at least be in the top 25. To round out the top 25 of the AP poll, Arizona State.
Herm.
Oh yeah, Sun Devils.
I'm fine with that. Like, I'd kind of forgotten about them until this poll came out. I forget their quarterback's name. Do not even let me lie to you, but they do have an experienced quarterback coming back. Herm Edwards has actually kind of turned them around a little bit. They're not quite that level they reached several years ago, but they're kind of trending, in the right direction. So we'll see. I mean, they could definitely make some noise, I think.
I'm gonna read off some of the outside the top 20 poll. See what y'all think about. The most votes was Oklahoma State. The next one was Ole Miss, TCU.
Oh, God. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Ole Miss not being ranked, that is some horse shit.
Yeah.
You shitting me right now?
I actually got Ole Miss being, like, number 14.
Yeah, like, Ole Miss that's bogus, man. Like, we're going to do that, but yet we do have somebody like Notre Dame ranked 9th. That's my problem with this damn poll. Like, it's just trash.
You got Liberty, Auburn, NC State, Michigan, Northwestern, Boise State, Nevada, BYU, Ball State, Houston, Boston College, UCF, West Virginia, UAB, Army, and UCLA.
Kind of surprised Central Florida's not ranked too.
Yeah.
To be honest, that would be my most next surprising one. They had another strong season last year. They bring Dylan Gabriel back. Of course, they got the Gus Bus rolling into town. He'll fit in perfect with those jackasses. But, I actually, personally, I suspect UCF to have another strong season. I really do. Yeah. They have a lot of experienced players there. And regardless of how much I have hated Gus, the guy is a pretty solid coach.
I mean,
he got it done for the most part while he was there.
Oh, yeah.
I think his problem is he wasn't able to adapt.
He wasn't able to adapt, but I just think he couldn't coach a damn quarterback. Like, that was the problem.
Yeah.
I mean, the best quarterback he had was a damn defensive back. Let's just think about that for a second. Where the hell's Nick Marshall at now? I couldn't tell you that.
I don't know.
Yeah. The guy had a strong, 2 years while he was there, but that was the best QB he had, and that kind of just says it all, really, in terms of QB development.
They win that game, that national championship game, if he makes one throw.
One throw.
One damn throw. I will never forget that shit.
Wide open.
18-point lead, and you blew it. But we always want to bring up the kick six. Shit the bed at the end of the season. That just made it meaningless.
Messed up the SEC streak that was going.
Yeah, I know.
What ended the BCS?
Congratulations.
What ended the BCS with what? How many SEC winners?
7
straight.
Was 7 or 8 straight?
Yeah,
I think it was 7.
Yeah, it was 7 straight.
Still, they let Jameis come into town toting a fucking sack of crab legs and just completely destroyed them.
Yeah.
Just imagine if the NIL existed when Jameis Winston was in college.
Shout out to Publix.
Fucking Joe's Crab Shack all day would have been on top of that
like
shit.
For real.
And Publix too, maybe.
Yeah.
Outside of the top 25 poll, who do y'all think is going to be top quarterbacks? Top 5 quarterbacks. Who y'all think?
Overall?
Overall. Yeah, overall.
Okay. We're going from 5 to...
Yeah, we'll start off at 5. Who you got at 5?
I got 5. I got Penix Jr. for Indiana.
That's solid.
Like I said, he went blow for blow for Ohio State before he had a injury. He threw for 491 yards, and he had 5 touchdowns. To tell you the truth, I believe he comes back, with a vengeance,
Yeah, the one good thing, I guess, that was the timing of his injury, because it did happen so early in the season that, hopefully he's had enough time to recover and be 100%. So.
Oh, yeah.
I have Matt Corral at 5.
That's pretty solid.
I think people are sleeping on Corral a lot. I know all 3 of us have talked about it extensively before, and just being year 2 in that system with more tutelage from Kiffin too, I expect the turnovers to get kind of under control, and I think we'll see probably the most efficient version of him this year. So
my 5 would be JT Daniels. I think he's gonna be solid. Mm-hmm. We got a tough game against him, but I think he's a solid quarterback. He definitely proved that they should have been starting him.
Oh yeah, he's the best quarterback that they've had in Athens since Matthew Stafford.
Oh yeah,
I
no
100%
doubt.
believe that.
No doubt.
He's got the physical tools to get it done.
What's your number 4, Dylan?
Emory Jones.
Oh.
I don't even have him in my top 5.
No, I don't either.
I suspect him to have a monster season.
I mean, yeah, he's got.
I could be wrong, but we'll see.
I mean, he's a gifted athlete, dual threat quarterback. Dan Mullen fucking loves.
Yeah, I mean, and my thing is, like, everybody says, like, oh, I don't know because I don't know much about him. And I'm like, okay, well, who the hell was Dak Prescott before Dan Mullen got a hell of him?
Exactly.
Right? And you see what he's doing.
Yeah.
The Cowboys just gave him a massive contract for some fucking reason. But then, same thing with Nick Fitzgerald. Dude, Emery is a way better passer than him, and he had him a borderline Heisman candidate, and he could barely even throw the damn ball past 10 yards.
Yeah, exactly.
So I definitely think he's going to work some magic with Emery.
Oh, yeah. Now, my number 4, I mean, I'm a little iffy about this, but I'm showing him some love. Oh, DJU at Clemson. I mean, like I said, he practically shit the bed, with Notre Dame, but he also was, making some plays too. I mean, in his 2 starts, he threw for 700 yards.
Yeah, well, he played good enough in that Notre Dame game that they should have won.
They should have won.
That defense really let him down. He did have that one turnover, but that was early in the game. The rest of the game he was pretty locked in.
Oh yeah, he was hitting his targets, and he was like I said, he was slicing them.
Very Dante Culpepper like. I've heard that comparison with him before, and I think that's a really solid one. He does play a lot like Culpepper.
Oh yeah.
My number 4, I'm gonna put Slovis from USC.
Yep.
I think he's gonna have a solid year. Like I said, that conference, who's gonna stop him?
Slovis reminds me a lot of Josh Rosen when he was at UCLA. I think he's actually better, but that's who he makes me think of.
G-Tuck, who's your number 3?
Number 3, actually, Matt Corral.
Oh, okay.
I might as well go ahead and say mine. This was the same number 3.
Yeah.
Still on the Corral hot train.
I had it on, Matt Corral. Going back to the Alabama Ole Miss game, and he was 300. He threw for 365 yards. He had 2 touchdowns, and he was also 21 out of 28. He's a well-balanced quarterback, and he also can. He also added, with all the season last season was 500 rushing yards too.
Yeah, he can definitely make plays outside the pocket. Let's be honest. For most of that game against Ole Miss last year, he had between him and Kiffin, they had Pete Golden's ass lost for most of the game.
Yeah. Other than it was Alabama, not Ole Miss. not against Ole Miss.
Well, I meant to say against Alabama. Go to hell. Y'all know what I'm talking about, all right? But still, he destroyed us last year.
Yeah. Literally Alabama.
Video game numbers.
Alabama didn't know what to do because when they was expecting him to run outside, he was throwing.
Yeah. Yeah, he was still keeping his eyes downfield even when he got outside.
Yeah, exactly.
Dylan, who's your number 3?
I have Brock Purdy. I have Iowa State.
I see that.
I love the Southern last name he has, Purdy. He got a Purdy mouth.
Mm-hmm.
That dude's legit though. I feel like he still doesn't get enough love. Like he's been there holding it down for several years now.
I actually looked up Brock, and heck, if he keeps on keeping on, I can see him doing like a 10,000 yard career.
Yeah, to me, he's kind of Mac Jones like. Like I'm not saying he plays exactly like him, but he's not one of these guys that just blows you away with like physicals and stuff. But he's just very fundamental. Like he knows the offense. He knows how to make good decisions.
He's also going to be that type of quarterback that don't get any spotlights.
Yes, yeah, because he's not out here making these crazy scramble throws and stuff. He stays in the pocket and he just picks you apart.
He's there to do his job and he's ready to get out.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. My number 2, it's probably gonna go against y'all's for sure. And I was sort of on the fence, but I put number 2 at Spencer Rattler.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Raising Cain no more. What do we got?
No, he's a solid quarterback. He's without a shadow of a doubt, the top Heisman candidate.
Oh yeah, for sure.
yeah. No doubt.
He's get the athlete. It's just my number one. I feel like he's just a little bit better. Yeah, everybody can probably guess who's it gonna be. There's only two people that we haven't named that are highly.
Baker Howell.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's who I pick as my number two. What about you, Dylan?
I have Sam Howell at 2, and of course,
Yeah,
just rip the sheet off. I have Rattler at 1.
Yep.
That's the same. That's the same thing with me.
That's most everybody's top
Sam,
2.
I got Sam Howell at 2, and I got Spencer Rattler at 1.
Yeah, I got Sam.
But I definitely could make a case that Howell's better for sure. I mean, he has more experience. Appears to be more fundamentally sound. So
out of the 2, I think Sam Howell he's the well balanced. He's the most well balanced quarterback.
Yeah. Actually, I think he plays a lot like Baker Mayfield. That's it's really who he makes me think of.
I mean, I'm looking at the stats and everything. I mean, their stats is pretty much similar.
Yeah, that's why I said I was on the fence about it.
But if it was me personally wanting to have a franchise quarterback, I mean, like who is going to be there? Who has the IQ and who wants to win more? I believe that Sam Howell is the guy.
Yeah, you could definitely make that case. I mean, it's not to say Rattler's not competitive, but we just hadn't really seen that side of him yet to know. So,
outside of y'all's top 5 QBs, who is a quarterback that y'all think that's going to surprise people this year?
Well, to tell you the truth, tell you the truth, I'll have to go with Brock Purdy. I mean, he listed him, but I didn't have him listed. But I
a lot of people aren't talking about him. Really.
Yeah, a lot of people's not talking about him. Nobody ain't.
Everybody wants to talk about Rattler and Sam.
Yeah, for God's sakes, he right now he is standing at 8,000 pass yards. I mean, that's a pretty good accomplishment. Especially there's quarterbacks that's been there for 4 years wishing they had 8,000 yards.
That's very true.
I mean, and like I said, he's going to have I believe he's going to have a pretty surprising year. I believe he can hit the
no pun intended.
Yeah. I think he can hit the 10,000 mark.
Mine is going to be Max Johnson.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be very, very solid this year. He's got the talent for sure. He's got a good arm on him. It's probably going to take LSU to the next level from what it was last year.
No, yeah. I can see that for real.
I need somebody to come out slinging corn dogs, and I feel like it's going to be Max Johnson.
Oh yeah.
My second alternate that's going to surprise everybody, Bo Nix.
Oh, here we go.
Even Auburn fans don't believe that shit. Let's be honest.
But a Florida fan does.
Like, for me, I would have to go. Okay, this is definitely going to be kind of like out of left field for sure, but I can definitely see it panning out. It's either going to go great or shit, so we'll see. I'm going to say Casey Thompson at Texas.
Yeah.
He had a great, I think it was the Alamo Bowl they played in. A fucking course. Seems that's where Texas stays now. But, that was without Sarkisian, and I think he was like 8 of 10 for $170 and 3 or 4 scores. So, I mean, Sarkisian has proven over his entire career, not just at Alabama, to be such a QB guru. Like, I just think putting him in that offense, he's going to play to his strengths, and he's probably going to have a pretty successful season. And let's be honest, the Big 12 doesn't play any damn defense. So if he can't put up numbers in Sarkisian's offense, he just needs to fucking quit, probably.
Yeah, throwing bombs.
Yes.
Who do y'all have as y'all's top 5 freshmen?
Oh, the top 5 freshmen. Okay. Let me get my grandpa notes.
We'll let you kick it off. This was your decision.
Oh, okay. Well, at number 5, I mean, this might come out of left field because they have probably the toughest schedule in college. My number 5 is Raheem Sanders, running back out of Arkansas. Arkansas.
Okay.
I mean, he has
Interesting.
he has the figure. 6'2", 210 pounds. I mean, for God's sakes, they nicknamed him the Rocket for a reason. And I mean, he didn't do as good as in spring game with only 6 carries and 57 yards, but he had potential of.
That's still pretty solid though. 6 touches, you get 57. I mean,
Yeah.
most people's gonna take that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, you're moving the ball, but now my number. Are we going around?
Yeah, we'll go around again.
Yeah.
Leonard, do you want to go?
Yeah. My number 5 would be, I don't know how to pronounce his name, or his first name at least. Ajay Hall, right? From Alabama.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yes.
Yeah, of course, I know who you're talking about, but do
Yes.
not make me lie on his first name because I've struggled to pronounce it.
Yeah.
He is the new
AG.
DJ Hall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody get this kid a 22 jersey fucking ASAP.
Well, for us, for me not to repeat, I actually have him at my number 4 spot. But I personally can vouch for this guy. I mean, I've seen him at the spring game in Bryant-Denny Stadium. I mean, this guy is like he's everything what everybody else expected. I mean, he's doing spectacular catches over guys, 6'4", 6'5".
What are your thoughts on him, Leonard? Since you're the Florida fan, this should be an interesting perspective.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, he showed that he can. He's a dog.
I believe
He can get
him,
after it.
I believe him and John Mechie is going to be a great pair.
I'm kind of scared that Mechie's going to take a step back this year, to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody else on the team leads us in receiving. It's not that I don't think that he's super talented, but this is really going to be a testament this year. How much did he benefit from Devontae's attention?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that spot was so wide open
Mm-hmm.
that I felt like that kind of helped him out a little bit. Maybe he overachieved last year, but we'll see. I mean, he's still talented. So,
Oh, yeah.
Who do you have, Dylan?
Tommy Brockermeyer, offensive lineman for Bama, big 5-star recruit coming in. Who knows where he'll end up on the line. I mean, I think they could probably plug him anywhere. I'm betting he ends up at a tackle spot, but I mean, obviously we have so many question marks on that offensive line this year. Like, there's going to be a lot of movement and rotations, and I feel like he's just going to be kind of too talented to keep him off the field. So I think he could definitely end up making a big difference for us this year, and hopefully keep Bryce's jersey a little cleaner.
Oh,
You already said you're number 4.
yeah.
right?
Yeah, it was AG or
DJ
IG.
Hall.
DJ
Yeah,
Hall.
DJ Hall. Well, like I said, I'm going to talk a little bit more about him. I mean, he was number 5 wide receiver, in the state. And I mean, he caught 4 passes for 72 yards. I mean, you can't complain about that.
Oh yeah.
And most of those were like one-handed catches, and that tight spot catches that you need in critical moments.
Getting some kind of Jerry Jeudy vibes off of him personally. I think he's gonna be very explosive.
Oh yeah.
I would say my number 4 would probably be Trayvon Henderson from Ohio State. Yeah, Trayvon Henderson.
This is my 4 as well. So go ahead. We'll double down on it, but go ahead.
Well, I mean, they lost Trey Sermon, and so they got a really good recruit that can easily fill in that spot.
Yeah.
Ohio State, just like Alabama, they pump out run backs.
They do, really, and that's kind of one thing they probably don't get enough attention for, really, I think. They are kind of somewhat of a RBU. I wouldn't put them, in the top 3 or anything, but they constantly crank them out. I think he's just going to be out there a lot, too, because, they do have Master Teague coming back, which is, God, that's such a badass name.
Oh, yeah.
Master Teague. Like, that's just intimidating. But, he'll probably get a lot of the carries, too, but he's probably going to be more of that, short-range back because he's a bigger, more physical back, whereas a lot of these sets they're going to run, they're going to need somebody to catch out of the backfield, be a scat back. I think he fits the mold perfectly. So,
What was that 4? Who do you have at 3, Dylan?
let's see. Oh, yeah. Another tailback, Will Shipley for Clemson.
Yeah.
Clemson's another one that kind of cranks out good running backs consistently, even though they managed to keep them forever some damn how. Wish we could figure that out, but I definitely think he's going to step in that role. Obviously ETN is off to the NFL, so But between Etienne and Gallman, man, I mean, that's been a very good run of backs for them. So I looked for him to be that next guy, that all-purpose back that they're going to use kind of all over the place.
Who do you have at 3, Garrett?
I actually, well, ever since y'all doing all in the college football world, mine is strictly SEC, but I didn't get that memo.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, but I got Theodore Knox, wide receiver out of Mississippi State. This guy, I mean, I've been looking this guy up, and oh my Lord, I mean, definitely a slasher. I mean, you can also call him a track star too if you want to. I mean, he ran a 4.4 in his 40, and he has a 36. He done a 36-inch vertical. I mean,
obviously he's in the perfect system too.
Yes.
I mean, running that air raid with Leach, and I think they're going to be better this year.
Yeah, and what Mike Leach was saying too is like he is excited for this kid on so many levels that he's like. I mean, it's really got me excited to see what this guy can do.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the opportunity will be there, most definitely. So if he's got the skill set and wants to get it, I mean, it's going to be there.
Oh, yeah.
My number 3 is Donovan Edwards from Michigan, running back. He's solid back. He's probably on a
don't have a solid coach.
I was going to say, he's probably not on the greatest of teams to be in.
No.
But
I mean, we'll just see this year. I mean, let's see how they utilize him.
I mean, it's sort of like Michigan's usually pretty consistent at having a good tailback every year.
They are, and I can't tell you personally how excited I am to watch Harbaugh hand the damn ball off for 35 times a game, and then at the end of the game sit there and go, I don't know what happened.
I mean, if you're a running back, it is sort of a good spot to go to.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to get the chances, that's for sure.
It's like if you have a good running back that is like has the potential of being a great running back, give him the damn ball.
Do you want to put up great numbers but nobody give a shit because your team will lose? Go to Michigan.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All jokes aside, though, I mean, yeah, the kid's going to have opportunity. I mean, for sure. I mean, I do remember hearing about him during the recruiting shows last year, so he's going to have plenty of opportunity to make some noise.
Who got it to, Garrett?
I'm keeping it in state. I'm going to give it to JaQuincy McKinstry.
Yes.
Kool-Aid. I mean,
badass.
I mean, what else can you say?
I'm drinking the Kool-Aid.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like I said, this is another guy that I saw personally at the spring game. He is so strong on 50-50 balls. I mean, he is not afraid to get. I mean, just to get in there.
And that's so refreshing to see a DB that will go after the ball, too. Because there for a while, like I think the DBs are starting to get a little bit better, but there for the longest time, really everywhere you'd see them, they wouldn't even look for the ball. That just drives me crazy.
I mean, to tell you the truth, he gives me a vibe of kind of like a Mika Fitzpatrick type vibe. The way that he plays and the way that he, like I said, this kid is not scared of shit. I mean, 50-50 balls, he's right there. I mean,
and obviously he's getting tested every day in practice.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
With the wide receiver rooms that we consistently crank out, I mean, it's not easy.
And just by him, breaking away, balls that you think, oh, that's going to be easy catch. No, he's like there all the time. So I'm excited to see what he can do, this season.
Again, NIL deals. Where are you at, Kool-Aid? Come on, man. This is a golden opportunity here.
Like I was telling him one time, I was like, Marshawn Lynch, when he gets I know he's a running back, but, he gets a touchdown. Everybody's throwing Skittles. Now, Bryant-Denny Stadium, y'all got y'all's clear bag stuff, but what I'm saying is if this kid gets a pick six, you got to give him a warm welcome to Tuscaloosa. I mean, throw like Kool-Aid jammers or Kool-Aid packets and everything. I mean, that's just going to be – that would be an awesome celebration if, when he gets a pick six.
Okay. My number 2, crap. I forgot his first name. It's Jason Marshall.
Yes,
Jason Marshall.
Also
Florida.
my number 2.
Well, it's actually my number 1.
they need somebody on that defensive side for Florida, and
horribly.
he should help out the team day one.
Yeah.
That guy's hitting the field. He's too good to keep on the sideline.
Well, he's also like I've been listening, or I've been looking up like interviews that Dan Mullen was saying about this kid. I mean, 6'2", 180 pounds. I mean,
that's a great size for DB.
He's
very
fast.
physical.
I mean, he's fast. And from what Dan Mullen was saying, he's having a strong. He had a strong spring, and he's having a strong fall practice as well. So we're probably going to see him, especially for the Alabama game. He's going to be he's going to be on the field.
Have you said your number 2? No,
yeah. I had the same guy.
Yeah. Who's your number 1?
Bad as I hate to say this, I have Bryce Young at 1, and I've been one of the people that has told everybody to pump the damn brakes with the hype on this kid.
Yeah, I would say he's the number 1.
And I've heard enough, competitive stories about him that makes me very ample for what he can do. But again, at the end of the day, he can have the biggest impact on not only our season, but everybody's season this year, depending on how he plays. I mean, you think about how many dominoes are going to fall down or up regardless of how he plays.
Not to mention, the quarterbacks that are also waiting to play too. I mean, Jay Barker's son is. I mean, to tell you the truth, he's probably in that strong 2 position as a backup.
Yeah, I mean, that's from what I've heard so far. He appears like he's going to be the number 2. So,
yeah, I mean, Paul Tyson, he had his chance. I'm sorry, they gave Paul Tyson some playing time at the spring game. I was not convinced.
Well, and I felt like from the get-go when he kept getting hyped, he was one of those just name players. I come from this background, this family. But do you really have the talent? That's what we care about.
Yeah.
I mean, no offense to the kid, but it's just you got to be able to bring it. It's Alabama.
Oh yeah, exactly. I mean, it's not what your family did back in the past. Is what you can do. Write your own history.
Wholeheartedly.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to. So, I think a lot of these kids have potential to have some breakout seasons as freshmen for sure.
Oh yeah.
Living up to that hype's always the hardest part, though.
No, yeah. I mean, especially when if you're a son of or a grandchild of a pro football Hall of Famer. I mean, you think you have weight on your shoulders. It's like, oh, he's not like his dad or he's not like his grandfather, but you gotta realize too, you gotta make your own history. It's like your grandfather or your dad wrote their own history. It's time for you
Absolutely.
to write your own history.
So, let's talk some SEC preview.
Okay.
What kind of year do you think we're going to have for a conference as a whole?
I think we're going to have a strong year. I mean, there's going to be some iffy teams, that I have highly questions about.
Right.
But I think we're going to have SEC going to be strong.
Yeah, I think so, top to bottom.
There's going to be, and I believe there's going to be a lot of teams that's going to be like a top surprise.
Yeah, most definitely.
And to tell you the truth, one of the teams that I believe is going to be a surprise too, probably this year. I mean, I say about South Carolina.
Oh yeah, right there with you, Beamer ball.
No, yeah, no doubt. I mean, South Carolina's been on that must-champ train for so long, and it's just time for them for a fresh start.
It is, and I think Beamer's really going to help them too. He's going to be that shot in the arm to give them, some offense. They've so desperately been dying.
Yeah.
I feel like they haven't had a great offensive game since they screwed our shit in the 2010 season.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it just feels like they've not had any more weapons since then, really. Yeah. Bentley had his ups and downs, and they tried to turn around, but Beamer coming from that, OU background, obviously he knows the offense.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah.
Give him a couple years, but I still think this first year probably going to surprise some people.
Oh, yeah, I believe so. I predict them for being like probably 8-9 wins, maybe or 7. 7.
Even if they win 7 and just are competitive, that's a win in year one. For
At
me.
least make it to a bowl game. Overall, SEC. I believe SEC is going to be strong.
Okay. Starting off with the East. Well, I think we should probably go down like each team see how you think they're going to be.
Okay.
First starting off, Georgia. How do you think they're going to do this year?
I mean, Georgia's just Georgia. I mean, to me, I'm still iffy about them. I was like I said, when the Florida Georgia game comes on, I think that's what's going to make or break them. It's like,
all eyes are going to be on that game.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you either beat Florida, or you're just going to be shit in the bed. I mean,
I mean that's it, really. I mean, if they win, it's great. If they blow it, they're going to be the whole narrative for the rest of the year.
Yeah, exactly.
What about Florida? What do y'all think on Florida?
Underrated, still.
I SEC championship.
Yeah, I agree. I got them coming out of the East.
I don't know. I'm just a little worried. I don't know why, but I'm not feeling confident about this Georgia game.
Well, to me, I have a lot of confidence in Florida, but like I said, we'll see on week 3 when y'all go up against the defending national champions.
Yeah,
I think that's really going to help them too, because going into that game, like, regardless of if you guys beat us or not, right? And regardless, I would say, of what your record is, as long as you're still within that threshold of you can beat them and take a hold of that division.
Yeah.
The pressure is going to be on Georgia.
Yeah.
Like, Florida is going to have no pressure on them in that game because they've had their number. They're not the ones that are supposed to win a title this year like Georgia. So
yeah. I mean,
Kentucky. What do y'all think about Kentucky?
One and done.
I disagree. I think Kentucky's underrated. I think people are sleeping on Kentucky. Stoops is building a pretty good program for it to be Kentucky. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah, but I like to see a little bit more this year.
I think we will. I did see today, actually, Joey Gatewood, he is entering the transfer portal again. I don't know if you guys remember now, he was at Auburn before.
Yeah.
So, but he wasn't going to start anyway. That's why he's dumping. So, good luck to him. But I still think they're going to be pretty solid, man. Like, they're not going to win 10 games, of course, but they're going to be competitive.
Good luck in JUCO.
Yeah, that's where he's headed. Go back to Auburn. They could use him.
Yeah, for sure. What about Missouri? What do y'all think on Missouri?
Missouri, I mean, it's just like
we'll see how it goes with the
sleeper team.
What you call it?
I just see them definitely as a sleeper team, but it's just I just haven't got fully sold on them right now.
Well, I mean, it's year 2 of whatchamacallit.
Drinkowitz.
Yeah, Drinkowitz.
Yeah,
awesome name, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
So I think he'll progress.
Oh,
well, I think Connor Bazelak could be another Drew Lock type quarterback for them.
Yeah.
He's very talented. I think he's very underrated. Not to mention, I mean, they got some sweet ass new uniforms too. That's going to at least translate to 6 wins. We all know that.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even know they got new uniforms.
Yeah, they did. They're pretty bitching. I give them credit for it.
Give them the confidence.
Now if they just get rid of those stupid rocks in the damn end zone, that would be great.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out.
What about good old Rocky Top?
Oh God,
get the hell out of here! Tennessee. Hang on just a minute, guys. Let me get ready for
at least one thing about this podcast. There's an equal hatred of Tennessee.
There is, yeah. This is true. Yeah,
I mean, tell you the truth. Every year. Every damn year I hear, it's Tennessee's year. It's Tennessee's year. And guess what? They shit the bed frequently. I mean, Jeremy Pruitt, get the hell out. I mean, you. I don't know. I'm just out of words right now for Tennessee because Tennessee, Rocky Top is always be home sweet home bullshit.
When the talk of your team in the offseason is that you were giving out McDonald's bags full of fucking cash, that really is a detriment to where your program is at.
Yeah,
it is. Even Feinbaum's fucking ashamed of you at this point. Let's be honest. And he's been ringing that bell for years.
And that's kind of bad. I mean,
he's a Tennessee grad.
He is, but even he's like, we're shit.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, at least he come into reality. But I mean, unless if it was like, Ole Miss with Hugh Freeze, free 3-ways if you play for Ole Miss. But
who knows how they're going to fix that program? The only thing I'll say is whoever the AD is, which I think is the guy they just hired from UCF, if I remember right.
Yeah, it is.
Which I think he'll actually probably do a good job. Obviously, Central Florida's done good, but if in a couple years, if Heupel's not getting it done, to me, you throw all the money in the world at Peyton Manning and you beg him to be your coach.
Oh yeah.
I think that's where we're going. They're going to call him at some point.
Unless if they claim another national championship. Don't bring that shit to the SEC.
No.
South Carolina. How do you think they do?
Sleeper
for sure. Yeah, big time sleeper.
I say he's a sleeper.
I don't think they come anywhere close to winning the division. Don't get me wrong, but could they like ruin some seasons and make some games interesting?
I think they can finish at least top 3 in the East at least.
I think that could definitely be kind of like a high point for them for sure.
They take down Clemson.
Oh man, that's I don't know about that. Now, however, this would probably be the best chance they've had in a long time. I would say.
Yeah.
Well, that's their first game.
No.
That's a rivalry.
Yeah, that's a rivalry.
Never mind. Well, I'm calling it like it is. Upset.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, I mean for
Gamecocks.
real. I mean this
is it at Clemson? Do we know that?
Hold on one second.
Oh, please tell me it is.
I think it was last year, wasn't it?
Do it like.
No, it is. It is. I'm pretty sure it is.
If they go in the Death Valley and take them out, oh my God, that's got to be like upset of the year.
I mean, Dylan. Let me tell you this. I mean,
apparently it's home.
Well, either way, who cares?
Either way,
it's fucking Gamecocks.
I mean, y'all know me for all y'all's lives. All y'all's lives. But how am I with predictions on like it was just one team? I mean, I predicted the Purdue Ohio State.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm telling you right here, right now, Clemson, they're going to be undefeated.
Oh, God.
They're going to be undefeated until South Carolina comes
No
out.
pressure, Beamer.
I was going to say, they put up a statue first year taking down
yeah, like,
playoff team.
My thing is, I will say this, too, for South Carolina going into this year. When I was listening I was telling him about this earlier today, G-Tuck, that is. When I was listening to the College Football Uncensored podcast, shout out to Tyler Hook, I think, and Chris Marler.
Oh, yeah, shout out.
They had Steven Garcia on doing a SEC preview for the Gamecocks. And let me tell you, like, I've hated that guy for years because of what the hell he chose to have the game of his fucking life against us in 2010. But still, like, I really liked the guy, like, after they had him on there. So, like, this year, I want to see him on the sidelines, like shotgunning beers, getting fucking fired up with the team. It's all right, G-Tuck, don't doubt me now. That's what I want to see. I want to see him full party animal. Because he wasn't even drinking on that podcast until Marler was talking about drinking. He was like, I'm fired up. I'm getting a fucking beer. And I'm like, this is my type of guy right here.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Last team of the East. Good old Vanderbilt.
Oh, jeez.
Stick to basketball.
Hell, not even that. They suck at that now. I'm like, just wait for baseball season, Vandy.
I'm still excited to see what the new coach can do. I mean, there's not much.
Lee.
I mean, there's not much to do on, but
anchors are going to be down.
Well, I still will continue what I told you guys the other day. Again, shout out to Chris Marler again. Fucking College Football Uncensored. Clark Lee looks like a damn cop. I swear. Like that's the biggest take I've heard.
I've seen like pictures of.
He's been working at the Northport Police Department for at least 10 years. I don't care.
He looks like my wife's aunt's, new husband.
Pretty much it.
You give him a pair of goggles, as I call them, from Oakley. Y'all need to change that shit. But either way, Brett.
Yeah, that's it.
Brett the Hitman Hart. So yeah.
Out of the East, who do you think is going to be the most improved team?
South Carolina.
Yeah, I'm still on the Gamecocks bandwagon myself.
Tennessee, get the hell out of here. I mean, y'all had y'all's chance. Now it's time for somebody else's.
On the opposite, who do you think is going to disappoint you this season?
Tennessee again. I mean, it's not even a surprise, but Tennessee. I would give Vanderbilt a chance other than Tennessee because Tennessee, and like I said, past 5 years or a decade has been their year. Get the hell out of here,
Leonard. I'm gonna let you go next because I got an interesting one, but just go ahead.
You talking about disappointing?
Yeah.
Probably think the most. I feel like maybe Kentucky might let me down this year, but they're mean, they're still solid, but I don't know.
I give them more.
The good
high
news
hopes.
is though, if you live in Kentucky, like you're just used to depression,
Yeah.
right? Like it's okay. Like you're used to it.
It's like, football season. Hey,
Because I feel like Kentucky will probably do good at the start of the season, but then they'll taper off at the end.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah,
I can see that.
I mean, start out strong, and then they just slowly decline.
Mm.
I mean, I can see that. I still give them a high hopes than Tennessee.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Who do you got, Dan?
I have Georgia.
Oh,
I have Georgia. Again, and it's not even just a Florida thing, right? Because like we got to see them get over Florida, but it's not even just that. They are kind of getting somewhat in Notre Dame territory with blowing these big opportunities, right?
yeah, exactly.
Yep.
I mean, they've had plenty. I mean, so obviously we remember Tua breaking their damn hearts, second 26. Okay.
Yeah.
But again, the following year, you had us dead to rights in that SEC title game. Tua's hobbled. Of course, Jalen come in, did a great job. You know, won us a game, which was awesome. But still, you should have found a way to win one of those games, really both.
Yeah.
And you blew it twice. I just when it comes down to hard decisions, I just don't trust Kirby. He just seems to panic every time it comes up.
Oh yeah.
Out of the East, who has the best offense? Or who is going to have the best offense?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Ooh, yeah, that's pretty good.
Top runners are definitely between Georgia and Florida.
Yeah. I mean, to tell you the truth, I'm going to give this one to Florida. I mean, like I said, I believe that Dan Mullen's going to be trusting Emery Jones, to run that offense. And I think, they're going to have it's just going to be there's going to be some iffies, if, left or right. But I do believe that, if he can shake the butterflies off, they're going to have that top. I believe they're going to have a top offense.
I mean, for sure. I don't see the offense side dipping down from last year at all.
Yeah.
Defense is going to be the biggest thing from when it comes to Florida.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
But to me, I would probably, since there is some questions about quarterback play, how's it going to be? We lost Kyle Pitts, a couple other wide receivers.
Yeah, exactly.
Tony, really good, players that
Oh, yeah.
we're missing. So we got holes to fill, but we still got some guys coming back. But I don't know.
You got some guys that need to step up. And
As far as I think who will probably have the best offense, just because there's not as many questions, so to speak.
Yeah.
I would say Georgia's probably going to have as that.
Oh, yeah.
So at least right now.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. No doubt, indeed. Dylan, what you got?
Another hot take. I'm going Mizzou.
It's not a bad one.
No, that's not a bad one.
Like, and I'm not saying that, like, by no means, I'm not saying this is going to make them win the division or anything, but just from a pure statistical standpoint, I'm going Missouri. I think they're going to come out, throw the damn thing all over the place, and just be super aggressive because, I mean, they really don't have much of a damn choice. But, they've always kind of had a really good offense in years past. It doesn't translate to a lot of wins.
Either flog it or just, just say screw it and do it. You know?
That's pretty much it.
What about defense? Who's got the best in the East?
In the East? Ooh, I mean, to tell you the truth, you're practically going to have like two teams, like, Florida or Georgia.
I think it has to be Georgia.
I
can't really make a case for anybody else, to be honest. They have all the guys.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they got a lot of experienced guys, and I mean, that's who I'm going to take. I'm going to take Georgia on, the best defense. I think they're probably going to have the best all-around defense.
Yeah, most definitely.
All right. Now let's talk about a little bit about the West.
West Town.
Oh, yeah.
First off, let's get this out of the way.
Bama is king.
I was going to say, Alabama first. Let's just knock them out.
This is true, yeah. Let's just not even go into that. It's Bama. It's fucking Bama.
Yeah.
That's all we need to know.
Oh, I forgot to talk about the East. Who do you think is going to win out of the East?
Oh, again, I'm Florida all the way.
Florida. Yeah, I mean, there's no question.
I'm not
about
saying
that.
Georgia can't win it, but again, until they step the fuck up and win some games that matter,
It's like prove me wrong.
I'm going Florida.
I mean, I'm not 100% there, but I still gotta go with my boys, so I'm gonna say Florida as well. I'm just a little tad nervous.
Like prove me wrong. Like if Georgia's going to win the East, prove me wrong. I mean,
Right.
Back to the West.
Title town.
LSU. What do you think about them this year?
I think they're going to be better than last year.
Absolutely.
I feel like so too.
Much improved.
I mean, if you're going to, like I said, I'm going to take it away from their first game, Missouri, like their first SEC game in Missouri.
Who do they open the season with this year? Does anybody know?
I got it right here. You talking about?
I knew.
Talking about their first game or
yeah,
SEC?
Their first game.
UCLA.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, they're thumping UCLA.
Yeah,
Their first SEC game is Mississippi State.
Oh boy, that'll be interesting.
Oh yeah,
that could still be an interesting game, but I think they're gonna have a much improved season. Like we've talked about earlier, less chaos, more consistency.
I mean,
that's gonna help.
Like I said, they had a lot of new faces around, but I see them being more experienced now, and I believe they're going to have a better season than. I mean, come on, you got to have a better season than last year.
Oh yeah, for sure. Texas A&M. What do y'all think on that?
Could be the year.
Yeah, I mean it could.
It's lining up,
but like I said, I mean Jimbo Fisher, he's going to try to be a little cocky, trying to get in, like Alabama's head, just saying we're going to whoop your ass. I mean, come on with it. I mean,
yeah, I mean you gotta back that shit up, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like where do you get off? I mean, seriously. Like, let's just be honest here. Like, he has gotten his ass kicked pretty much the entire time by us that he's been in the conference.
Yeah.
And I think Jimbo's a great coach,
He is.
I really do. But prove it.
I mean, to me, he's all talk. I mean,
we whipped his ass when he was at Florida State, too. So I don't want to hear I've been building a program. You had a program.
Yeah.
You had Derwin James,
yeah,
DeAndre Francois. They had a great team. They were preseason 3, and you got destroyed.
Yeah, exactly.
So it ain't just started since he got to A&M.
Face it. I mean, if you're going to, like I said, if you're going to try to taunt the man, at least try to beat the man.
Yes. But, I mean, I do think it could be their year. I mean, things are lining up. They have the most talented team, I think, on both sides of the ball that they've had probably since they've been in the conference.
And plus, Kellen Mond he's out. So,
Yeah, no more fucking noodle on 5-yard dink and dunk plays.
Yeah, fresh start.
That guy.
He has a fresh start at, quarterback.
I think I heard his stats the other day, and I don't even think he broke like 20 passing touchdowns last year. I'm not even kidding. Like they said, I want to say it was like in the high teens is what he did last year, which is just, I mean,
Get
come
the
on.
hell out of
You're
here.
not winning a damn title doing that.
No, you don't.
Not at all. That's garbage.
Yeah.
Here's a good one. Auburn.
Fucking trash. And I hate to just be like that Bama hater, but like, man,
Yeah.
I just if I legit thought they had a chance to be good, I would tell you. I mean, I really would.
But everybody's on that Bo Nix train now, and to tell you the truth, I think that Bo Nix train is fixing to stop.
Well, and I think whenever because I'm pretty sure we go to Auburn this year, if I remember right.
We do.
They're going to give us a game. I'm not saying that. They always do. They find a way to make it interesting. But it's just on the whole, like you said. I mean, I don't see Nix taking that step.
And plus, everybody's talking about this guy, Tank Bigsby. Yeah, I mean, pretty good. Pretty good overall. But what I'm saying is when you're 20, 25 to 30 carries, you're expecting and have no rest at all.
Yeah.
But they're expecting him. I believe they're probably going to try to expect him to be like Mr. Carry my team on my back.
I mean, yeah. I want to see what Brian Harsin. Is that how you say it?
Harsin, yeah.
Harsin. Okay. I want to see what he can do because.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a little bit different than Gus. Everybody's normally accustomed to Gus handing the ball off.
I mean,
so we'll have to see how this.
Boise, wasn't it?
Yeah, Boise.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see what he does.
Look, I mean, the question is he going to do a whole new system, or is he going to stick with the?
Oh no, no, this is going to be a totally different system.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
It's
He's
not
already
gonna be
putting in
Gus
tight
ball.
ends.
Yeah, like I do think that I personally think Harsin's a good coach. I
Yeah.
think in 4 or 5 years he could build a pretty solid program there. But are they going to give him the time? And I just don't think they are. I think in 3 years, if he hadn't probably had a serious 10-win season, he's
gone.
probably gone.
Yeah, he's probably
because
gone.
they're so hell bent on keeping up with Bama and not really understanding that they're just that tier below and knowing their place. That I think he gets fired pretty quick, probably.
And what I'm saying is just when you have a quarterback now that is like iffy, like on one game, and then plays great the next. I'm just like, I'm not. Everybody's riding on this Bo Nix train. I'm not. Just not just because I'm an Alabama fan personally. It's just this guy. Every time I see a Auburn, like a Auburn game, they don't have the cameras on Bo Nix. They got it, like I said before, the families. Bo Nix.
That's true.
On what he does.
I would like to point out too something I keep hearing because like Auburn fans are already like not all of them, but I've heard some that are almost kind of suggesting when he's going to get fired. If he doesn't produce. And I hate to break their hearts, but Urban Meyer's not coming to Auburn, so let's just shut that shit down.
Yeah.
Okay, he's not going to do it. Like I don't even think we could get him to come to Bama, honestly, but he sure as hell go to Tuscaloosa before he goes to Auburn.
Oh yeah, exactly.
All right. What about the Rebels? What do y'all think they're going to do this year?
Big time.
Going to be a sleeper team. I mean,
For sure.
I mean, like I said, you take it off the Alabama Ole Miss game last year. I mean, he practically, in Matt Corral, just him in general, sliced Alabama's defense last year.
So there's something about every time like. I'm going to get really nervous when we play them this year if they break out those damn powder blue helmets because that's when they tend to just ball the fuck out.
Yeah, that's
us.
what I'm saying.
So, Lane Kiffin, if you can hear this, like, please wear the Navy helmets. That would be great.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have a lot more confidence in us at that point. I think they're going to be big time, though. I do. Having Corral back, second year in that offense.
I tell you the truth, I believe out of, other than Texas A&M, I see Ole Miss probably trying to knock on
the West is going to be such a fucking slugfest this year. I feel like it always is, but this year it just feels different.
It's like with Ole Miss. I believe that Ole Miss is going to be knocking on that door on the West side. They're just going to be.
Yeah, I'm not saying they win 10 games now. Do I think they could break through and possibly pull that off? Shock people, they have the potential.
They could be a shocker.
I think they're probably a 9-win team, but still, they're going to be super competitive.
And even though Lane Kiffin is he's goofy as hell. I mean, this guy is an offensive guru.
He's a baller. He's a baller, man.
I mean,
he's gonna score you points.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he knows offense like something crazy. I mean, he's the guy. People still sleep on him.
I mean, literally, the guy can write down, just make up a new play. On the sideline, and that's you see him on the sideline when they lining up with his hands up. when he's that confident, in his plays. I mean, you got yourself an offensive guru.
Yeah, for sure. What about Mississippi State? How do y'all think they're gonna do?
I think
Much improved.
I mean, I think they could be, improved. I actually can't wait. Even though it's going to be later in the season, the Egg Bowl. That Egg Bowl. Is going to be a slugfest.
I think people are sleeping on State's ability to improve too. Like I think they'll honestly, Baz, I hate to say it, like I say that, and they'll probably finish last in the division.
Yeah.
But it's just because this year's an arms race in the West, and they're obviously underhanded. But I do agree that they'll be much improved. I mean, second year running that air raid, getting to implement the system completely. I think he found his quarterback in Will Rogers last year. So, they're poised to make a difference and get a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Rounded off on the last one, Arkansas. How do y'all think they'll fare this year?
They got the.
Yeah, damn, I was wrong. Arkansas is probably finishing last. They got a fucking gauntlet, man. Gauntlet.
I mean, have you seen these guys' schedule?
It's pretty rough, man. It's pretty
hold
rough.
on. I got it right here. So, let's see. First game's Rice.
That's a win.
Yeah.
Second game, Texas.
That's a toss-up kind of.
But,
I would favor Arkansas on that.
Yeah.
Which it depends, though, because Texas has that nice tune-up game like we mentioned earlier against Louisiana. So if they go out there and they throttle Louisiana, I don't know. Probably coming off of that. But it's kind of 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. After that, you got Georgia Southern.
Obviously a win.
Yeah, that should be a win.
Texas A&M,
Ooh, that's a
Ooh,
loss.
Yeah, that's gone.
Georgia,
That's a loss.
Yeah.
Ole Miss,
That's
That's
a
a
loss.
Auburn.
That's
a win because they should have beat them last year. They got
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah,
screwed
true.
in that game.
Yeah,
like,
true.
Gus paid somebody some shit on that one.
Oh yeah.
Then you got Arkansas Pine Bluff.
That's a win.
That
Who
should
the
be a
hell's
win.
Pine Bluff.
Yeah, it should be.
Or
a win.
don't screw it like the North Texas game.
Yeah.
Mississippi State.
I say that would probably be a loss.
I don't know. That's tough. That's a toss up to me too. I'm gonna say they probably win that one.
LSU,
That's a loss.
Loss.
Alabama,
That's a
Loss.
loss.
and then last game Missouri.
I say that would probably be about a toss up.
Yeah, that's a toss up too. Really.
But to tell you the truth, I probably think that might go into overtime. But I see Missouri coming.
Yeah, I think they're gonna have more of a high octane offense.
Yeah,
so.
I say Missouri probably wins that by a field goal at least. I mean, it's going to be a toss up.
Yeah, that's gonna be a close game. Out of the West, who has the best offense?
Best offense.
That's a really good question.
Well, to tell you the truth, I mean, I'm not going. I mean, I think Ole Miss is going to come out with the offense. I mean, like I said, I think they had the most well balanced offense in the SEC right now. Well, other than, like I said, Alabama with Bill O'Brien not changing anything, but I don't
There's
know.
still a question how Bryce Young's going to
Yeah,
play.
exactly. That's what gets me too. But what I'm saying is Ole Miss. I believe Ole Miss is going to have probably the top offense in the SEC.
Standing right now, yeah,
numbers
I was
wise.
gonna say right now,
They're definitely the favorite.
yeah, I would say they'd be the favorite.
And plus, like I said, Lane Kiffin, he's an offensive guru. So I mean,
yeah, the question on Ole Miss is how's the
it's
defense?
not going to be the question on Lane Kiffin. It's going to be the question on the players.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because I mean, Lane Kiffin done his homework. So
you have Dylan for the best offense in the West.
I'm gonna say LSU. I'm going out on a limb here.
all right.
Okay.
Kind of same thing that I said with Mizzou. I'm not saying it's going to translate to some title winning season, but I don't remember the guy's name, but the new OC they have is from the Joe Brady coaching tree.
Yeah,
So they're going back to that title game offense. I really think that he's going to make a difference, and with him, I'm 100% sure that Max Johnson's going to be the starting quarterback now. The way that he will just sling the ball around and not be fearful to make those, kind of 50-50 balls. Like, they have some studs outside. Like, people forget, they had some receivers really play well down the stretch last year. I just expect them to open that offense back up this year and be a lot more competitive on that side of the ball.
I mean, you can't argue about that.
No. How about the best defense? Who's got the best defense in the West?
Best defense. Ooh. Dylan, I'm going to let you go on this one.
I hate to do it, but I'm going Bama.
I mean, it's like
so
Georgia.
cliche to say it, yeah, but it's like, who are you going to pick, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Because we have more people coming back defensively than we've had in forever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. I mean, you got a lockdown safety and Josh Jobe, that can do.
Malachi
practically-
Moore played great last
He
year.
can practically
you
do
know.
anything. And, yeah, that's another one that doesn't get any much love is Malachi Moore.
Yeah, he had a great freshman season last year.
Yeah, and to tell you the truth, out of everybody else, he deserves to be wearing that number 13. Shout out to George Teague.
The only other person I think, or team rather, that you could put in that category in seriousness is probably LSU.
That's what I mean.
Like,
Yeah.
Stingley coming back, I expect him to have a big bounce back season.
Oh,
Obviously, whoever their D coordinator is going to be way better than fucking Bo Pelini. That dude was trash last year.
I mean, to tell you
he
the
basically looked at Derek Stingley and was like, "You're the defense now.
Yeah.
you do everything." Like,
Yeah,
it was
exactly.
ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, I got to say, Alabama. Because, like Dylan was saying, we had so many returning,
No pressure, Pete Golden. Better
No.
bring it, fucker.
Oh, yeah. I mean, out of Alabama, Alabama's defense, I at least like to try to get to the quarterback a little bit more.
Absolutely.
I mean, we done pretty good at trying to maintain the quarterback, but like I said, I mean, we ain't got no headhunters. We need more headhunters.
2-part question. Who is your most improved and disappointed team in the West?
Improved? I got to say Ole Miss. Ole Miss has pretty been, like I said, every year they play Alabama, they always improve. I mean, from the first year of Lane Kiffin's, from the first year to now, it's just crazy. But I see Ole Miss as improved, but disappointing now. I gotta go. I say Auburn. Auburn's going to be a disappointment. Because everybody's going to give Bo Nix this edge, going to give him all this hype, saying, "Oh, it's your year this year. It's your year. You're going to beat Alabama this year." I just don't see it, and as I'll be sipping on Milo sweet tea, I guess. But like I said, I believe that Auburn's going to be a hell of a disappointment this year.
My most improved team, I'm gonna say Mississippi State.
Shout out to damn Mississippi out here getting improved.
Yeah,
who would have
thought?
thought? Yeah, but Mike Leach, second year coming in,
seeing UFOs and stuff.
He'd be a cool guy to drink with.
I was about to say the same damn thing. Like, who would not drink a beer with Mike Leach?
Yeah.
Could you imagine being able to get hammered with him and Kiffin in the same night? Oh, God.
Oh, Lord.
It'd be insanity.
He actually had a college course when he was over there in Washington State.
Wazoo.
Yeah. It was about his air raids and how it was used in military tactics, I think it was.
Oh, Lord.
It was
only this fucking guy would do that.
Yeah.
Am I right? Like, that
it
is
was
some Mike Leach shit if
a
I've ever heard it.
Guerrilla warfare in his air raid offense. Like, he combined both.
Oh, man, I know what I'm going to be screaming like every time I watch him play. It's just fucking guerrilla warfare. It's time to go. Let's load it up.
But, yeah, it was an actual college course. He was a teacher.
Wow, that's interesting.
Good
But but all jokes aside, I think that he will show that he can be in the SEC this year.
Oh, yeah.
I think everybody sort of gave him a bad rap last year.
Well, to tell you the truth, the way that he done at Washington State, raised the question, what else could he do in another conference?
Does anybody know where the hell KJ Costello's at, by the way? Like, the guy has that monster game for him against LSU last year. Sets the SEC passing game, yards record.
Was it like 600 yards?
Shit. It was like 618 or something like that, I think.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Like, and then he just disappeared after that.
But yet again, it was against LSU.
Still, though, that's still crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, my disappointing team. I'm gonna have to say it's gonna be Texas A&M.
I can probably see that.
I feel like there's still a question at quarterback right now, at least, and I just don't see them beating Alabama.
Well, getting that airheads, as I call it, you want to talk shit more than you want to play it.
Yeah. And then they got a chance to lose against Ole Miss. Even at LSU, maybe.
Yeah.
Those are gonna be some good games.
There's going to be, like I said, this whole season is going to be, there's going to be a lot of surprises.
Yeah, I think so.
There's going to be a lot of, there's going to be a lot of our picks that's going to be like, well.
You got to think, too.
That turned my head right there.
For the most part, right now, all these games, full capacity. Different.
Yeah.
Home field advantage is going to be.
Yeah, and for some of these guys who aren't used to it, too,
yeah,
it's going to be a big game changer.
So. And, I like to, because that's what gets me more excited about college football this year, 100% capacity right now. Because, everybody's heard it. Everybody's heard of legends and everything, like Death Valley to Tuscaloosa to, as one, from even the horseshoe in Ohio State. It just felt weird last year seeing, just so many people, like just so little people.
Yeah.
But, shit happens. But I'm just excited about having everything at full capacity for right now.
Oh yeah, for sure. Who's your most improved and disappointed?
Improved again. I'm still LSU trained.
Mm.
Just top to bottom again. There's in a better situation this year, more stable. The coaching staff I think is much improved. So that's really going to help these players out too.
And like I said, can't do any worse than last year.
No. But I think on the disappointing side, like I'm going to go Arkansas. And most people, and I know Arkansas fans probably want Pittman to take that next step because I think he's done a really good job there so far.
Yep.
But be prepared for some sadness this year because, as we talked about a while ago, the schedule's just so hard. Like, I still think the team's going to play okay, but I mean, they're not going to have this great season like everybody wanted to do. They really got screwed on their schedule, to be honest.
It's a tough schedule. They got screwed.
They really did.
I mean, I was like, come on, it's Arkansas. I mean, it's not like, where was it? It's like, why won't you just switch schedules with like Ohio State?
Yeah.
Come on. I mean, like, I'm calling Ohio State slash my throat.
Yeah. Who do they play? Week 1, probably fucking Akron per usual. They've been beating the hell out of the Zips for years.
Yeah, exactly. But
Zips just want that paycheck.
That's right.
Yeah. Only thing I know is
I get my ass whooped for about $20 million.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Like while I'm thinking about it too, though, like any of these smaller like cupcake games that we're gonna get the first few weeks, if you guys have a chance to win those games against the big programs, please do me a favor and just throw the damn entire playbook at them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Quit playing conservative ball because you got a 6-point lead. Who gives a shit? You're not picked to win anyway. Just leave it all on the field, man.
You came into that game losing.
Right.
It was like if you're in the damn wishbone, a damn triple thread reverse, damn flea flicker, do it.
Yeah. Like I mean, if it's first down and shout out to the late great Bobby Bowden, but if you want to run a fucking punt rooski, fuck it. Yeah. They didn't expect you to punt on first down, did they?
Yeah. Oh Lord.
Out of the West, who do you think is going to win?
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. And again, you hate to just do that. I mean, because I love Bama. I'm a diehard, but it's so cliche.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
until somebody proves that they can do it, it's just hard to go. Because so far, the only team that's been able to stop us is Auburn. That's it. And that's just every 2 or 3 years we fuck it.
Yeah. like going off sides.
Yeah.
Overall, who's y'all's SEC champion?
Bama. Somebody's got to prove that they can stop them. That's my thing. Somebody's got to prove it at some point. Until we see somebody consistently give us a run for the money, it's hard to go against us.
Well, like I said, I hated to put Alabama like so high on a pedestal, but it's just like Dylan was saying. It's like prove them wrong.
Yeah, I mean they've set the standard.
Yeah,
they have set the standard.
I mean,
it's been over a decade. They have dominated.
Yeah,
that's everybody else's fault for nobody picking them.
And if Alabama still doesn't make it to the SEC title game, we still make the playoffs.
Yeah.
And it's just, because like Alabama has made that, I guess industry standard, as you can say, you got to beat them.
Yeah. Absolutely.
If you want to be recognized as, a serious football team, you got to beat the man.
Very true.
Yeah. And looks like to me like Nick Saban ain't planning anything, retiring anytime soon.
No.
At 70 years old, coming this Halloween. So
he's born on Halloween.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. No shit.
He is.
I did not know that.
He is your worst damn nightmare.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Of course, like most people across the U.S. now, like I knew he was the damn devil.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about the ACC.
Yes.
See how this is going to play out this year.
I think it's a much improved conference.
I say we'll start off with Atlantic. What do y'all think of Clemson? How do you think they fare this year? We know they're the favorites.
Clemson.
They're the favorite in the whole conference.
They're a favorite of the whole damn thing. But I mean, I don't know. I just got to see about Clemson.
We'll see. You got DJ.
Well, like with DJ and everything, I like to see what he has to bring to the table instead of being in the shadow of like a Trevor Lawrence.
I mean, it's gonna be hard to get out of that shadow.
This is the weakest team that they've had in like 5 years, though.
Yeah,
let's be honest. Like, it's not meaning that they're just trash,
but
they're a lot more vulnerable, I think, this year than they have been in a long time.
I see them as like kind of like a 2008 team, type deal.
It just seems like people were kind of starting to figure them out too, right?
Yeah,
like, because I mean, even though I thought they would beat Ohio State last year, and I did. But for them to lose the way they did.
Yeah, exactly.
And think about it. I mean, they almost lost against them the year before, too. Like, Ohio State was right there, almost beat them 2 years in a row, and then this year they destroy them.
Yeah.
So I think people are starting to figure them out a little bit.
Yeah. It's like they had the same scheme every year.
Right.
They had the same scheme every year, doing from wide receiver screens to just giving them.
Yeah, it's kind of like we're going to run a lot of RPOs. We're going to get the tailback involved out of the backfield, and then we got some 6'5" receiver we're going to throw a fucking bomb to.
Yeah,
we're going to have some little bastard at the slot receiver who's going to kill everybody.
Or you want to do like a running back like a swing route.
Yes,
and it's not working anymore.
I just think people are catching on.
Just like Alabama when they was using the screen pass so much, the running back screen pass. I mean, some of it killed it. I mean, but it's just people are starting to figure out your scheme now.
Absolutely,
you got to have something a little bit different.
Let's see. Go down the list. What about NC State?
I don't think that they're going to do too hot this year, personally.
Yeah,
I don't really know what to expect, but like they don't, they've been very consistent, and usually they have one of those quarterbacks who's kind of like underrated, and he's kind of one of those guys that can sneak up on you. But I don't see that this year. Looking at their roster, it's pretty thin. I don't really know what to expect, but I'm thinking they're going to be lower this year.
Yeah, I mean, like with NC State, I mean, it's kind of like a what'd you say, like a Cincinnati, like a Cinderella team. I mean. On some days on some seasons they have like a awesome amazing season, but like I don't know, it's just on some of it is consistent, but some of it is not, and I just I'm not sold.
No.
Boston College
beat Clemson.
Ask Doug Flutie to come back.
Yeah.
Like that would be great.
Yeah.
They were okay last year, honestly. And, they have some different schemes they're running now. And shout out to them, too. They got new unis this year. They decided to kick it old school. It's got some Flutie era looking stuff. I like it.
Oh, I dig that.
But again, I mean, now I do think this is the thing, though. I don't expect them to contend in that division.
No.
But we all know, like, they're kind of like, before they're getting bigger now, but they're kind of like Iowa State was before they started getting better, right? They're always that team that kind of seems to pull off an upset or hang around further than what you think.
Yeah, I believe
Boston College is a team you have to watch out every year.
Yeah.
Because if you don't show up at that game,
they'll slice you.
Yeah, they're going to play hard. That's the thing. Like, you're going to have better athletes than them and stuff, but they always play hard.
Yeah,
they show up.
Yeah, they got a strong mentality of getting a job done.
Oh, yeah. And well, like I said, I mean, some like I think it was like a couple of years ago they nearly beat Clemson.
Yeah. Hey, that's a career opportunity if the Falcons end up getting the hell rid of Matt Ryan in a couple of years, maybe give him a call, see what he can do. Matty Ice on the sidelines. You heard it here first.
Oh yeah.
What about Louisville?
Still running on that Lamar Jackson train.
Man, doesn't that not just seem like an eternity ago?
Yeah.
And it's literally been a few years, but they were just rolling, had it going on, and it's just terrible now.
Yeah. Now it's like, what happened? What happened to the recruiting? You would think after you got, a guy that's literally nearly to, a Super Bowl, that played quarterback, and you just think, oh, we might get another one like him.
Well, Petrino is like it's kind of like that gold digger that people get involved with. Like it's going to happen, right? Like he's going to show up, he's going to make it seem good. You're going to trust him, then he's going to shit the bed and he's going to leave. He did it to him twice.
Hey, just ask Arkansas too.
Yeah, but they didn't make the same mistake twice.
Yeah,
Louisville has, and I have very low expectations for them this year. I mean, again, they're kind of like Boston College in a way, not quite. I'm sure they'll probably be at least one game. They probably hang around a little further than we think they should, but not very high expectations for them.
Seminoles. How do you think they do this year?
I'm high on Florida State. Me personally,
No
I think they're pushing. They're going to push
They're
Clemson
getting
this year.
Mackenzie Milton.
Exactly why I'm high on them.
Yep. So it's going to be interesting what they're going to do with that one.
That was an underrated pickup for them, big time. People are not talking about that enough.
I agree. But like I said, prove me wrong.
I mean, no, that's true. But this is the reason that I'm high on them, right? Like, I'm not saying they had some monster recruiting class, but it was better, right? I do think too. God rest Bobby Bowden's soul, but I think that's going to light a fire under their ass this year. I really do.
Do it for Bobby.
Yes, I think that's going to fire them up. I mean, I can imagine that first home game is going to be something crazy, emotional, very powerful.
Yes.
Good luck to whoever's playing them.
Yeah.
But we don't know how Milton looks coming off an injury. It's been like 2.5 years. But I suspect he should be 100% healthy. And that dude was a baller when he was at Central Florida.
Apparently, my bad for breaking in, but first game for Florida State, Notre Dame at home.
Oh, yeah, Notre Dame's going down. That's it right there.
That's gone.
You heard it here first.
Notre Dame.
Welcome back, Mackenzie Milton.
Yeah, exactly.
But Mike Norvell is a really good offensive mind, right? Like, he was really good at Memphis. And last year did not go the way he wanted it to, of course. But, I mean, he was put in a rough situation, too, with a really rough program in a COVID year.
Yeah.
So I think now you put them in a situation where they're a little more stable, a little bit better recruiting, and they actually are another team that has done very well in the transfer portal. And now you give him a legit guy, Mackenzie Milton, who, if he's healthy, man, that's going to make a lot of difference. It's going to make a lot of difference for them, I think.
Sorry, guys, if you hear a dog barking, he won't shut the fuck up.
If you hear any glass breaking or anything like that, just ignore it. It's totally cool.
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, this would probably be like a week ago, so it'll be all right.
All right. What about Wake Forest?
Wake who?
Good old Demon Deacons.
Oh, God. Like, nobody's getting fired up about the Demon Deacons, let's be honest. Like, nobody's like, yep, Baron Salem, them boys are building something, right? Like, it's not happening. I expect them, and I say that, they actually had some fairly good QB play last year. I will give them that. But, it's Wake Forest. Now, actually, I will tell you this. I think that they will probably be third or fourth best team in the division. I think that.
Okay.
I will say that much because I just have that much of a low expectation for, like, NC State and Louisville.
Rounded off on Atlantic, Syracuse.
I think they could be kind of like an Iowa State. I mean, they proved it before.
They've kind of consistently been another one of those schools for that conference that can, kind of just show up and give you a game out of nowhere.
They ain't gonna be no championship caliber team.
They're like that team that if they're an 11 a.m. kick and you come off a big win or an emotional win, that you're a little nervous because they're gonna be ready to go.
Yeah.
They're they're a damn zit that don't go away. I mean, I mean, they're you could question their roster all you want, and then it's out of nowhere there's gonna be somebody that's gonna be like lighting it the hell up.
Donovan McNabb for their coach.
Yeah.
Look, if you guys need some candidates, just hit me up. I got plenty.
Come on.
How do y'all? Who wins the Atlantic?
I mean, Clemson.
Yeah.
Same thing as Bama in the West, right?
I mean, the hell you going to expect me to say? Wake Forest?
I still stand behind the fact that I think Florida State pushes them in that division this year.
Yeah,
I
they
do.
have they had the best chance, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
I do believe, especially, I mean, like Dylan was saying, with the passing of Bobby Bowden, I believe that's going to be, they're going it's going to have a fire under their ass.
Yeah, I definitely think so.
And they're going to realize, hey, we need to be better.
This is Florida State.
Yeah.
And I'd love to see them turn around. I'm not a Florida State fan by no means, but, man, they're one of those perennial powerhouse teams. It's been kind of sad to see them as bad as they've been the last 5 years or so.
Exactly. And, me personally, is like seeing history fall.
Yeah.
This year could be the next the stepping stone to get them back to where they were.
Yeah.
I agree. This is a big season for them.
Yeah.
Hopefully they don't shit the bed.
Hopefully not.
Okay, let's talk about the Coastal. North Carolina.
Baller.
Yeah.
Big baller Mac. He's on some baller shit up there, man. Like rocking
Balling.
fresh ass J's. Man, this dude's legit, man. Like I'm so high on North Carolina this year.
Oh yeah, I mean, this guy coming out of retirement and he hasn't stopped winning.
Great job, Texas, by the way. You guys totally just screwed that so bad.
Yeah.
Like, you let him go, he literally stays retired for what, like 5-6 years, comes back kicking ass. At North Carolina of all places. It's not like a slight to them, but it's not like a 5-star program, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
4-star at best. Most people would probably say 3-star.
I mean,
they were before he came there. They were just sort of middle tier kind of team.
Yeah.
You had to watch them.
I mean, literally, these guys are pulling up damn upsets, and some of them is just like out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I mean, you think, they're going against North Carolina. That's you check the scoreboard, about, let's say, about after halftime, and you're just like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
This year they gotta make sure that they win the games that they need to.
Yeah, that's kind of been their issue, I think. But a lot of these guys are on there, like even Howell now. I think this will be his 3rd season.
Yes.
So, a lot of those guys, they've been around a couple years now. I would think that they've kind of learned from their mistakes.
Yeah.
I think they'll probably turn that corner this year. I think, they'll probably still get somebody that scares them, but they got enough talent to just kind of clear the house, I think.
I mean, you never know. They might be a potential playoff
Yes.
team. You never know.
All right. Next up, the Canes. What do you think the Hurricanes going to do?
I think they'll be solid.
Oh yeah, I see a lot of improvement, in Miami. But like I said, I mean, I'm not really sold on them. But we'll just see what we can do.
I'm sold on them being competitive. They're an 8-9 win team. And I am definitely not on this hype train. I'm going to shut this down right now. This De'Aaron King for Heisman shit. That's not happening. All right, the guy's been in college for like 15 years anyway. My God, all right, you had your chance to shine, sir. Like it's somebody else's turn. But overall, yeah, they're going to push North Carolina.
Yeah, I believe so. Pitt.
Sleeper.
I say a sleeper.
Pitt's
they got solid defense, so
they do. Their quarterback, I can't remember that joker's name.
No,
but he has been very solid for them.
Yep.
I definitely think he can play good enough to put them in a position to contend for that division and be another one of those kind of season enders as we've talked about. Like they're definitely one of those teams you cannot take lightly.
Oh no, for sure. What about Virginia Cavaliers?
Wild card, I think. I really don't know what to expect because what they got. What's that dude? He came from BYU, didn't he? He was at BYU first, and then he went over there.
I'm pretty sure.
Shit.
I can't remember the guy's name. Bronco Mendenhire, something like that.
Yeah, I think that's
something like that. He's got a kind of I say strange name, just different, but Bronco Mendenhall.
Yeah,
that's it. That's it. So, and he was a solid coach at BYU, and his first 2 years there, he's pretty good, but they've tapered off a little bit since then. That's why I don't really know what to expect. Maybe he bounces back, but maybe they kind of keep spinning in mediocrity. I don't know. I hadn't heard a lot about them this offseason, so that's not really a good sign, I guess.
No, not at all. Let's see. What about Virginia Tech?
Oh, man. How the mighty have fallen.
Yeah, where do we start?
I'd love to say that they were going to be right there contending, but I don't see it happening.
No.
I mean, I think they'll definitely be better than a Virginia probably, but I ain't saying much either.
What I'm saying about Virginia Tech is just like focus more. You need to focus more on your season, not your entrance.
Yeah,
it is sad to see what they've become too. They're another one like Florida State. They were such really a powerhouse program. I mean, I know that they weren't winning championships, but man, they were consistently winning 10 games for a long time.
Oh, yeah, they was definitely top 10 team.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Doubt. I mean,
and that's a great place for football. Like they're very underrated on the culture, and they really care about it up there. Those fans are pissed right now.
Oh yeah,
yeah. That's another team that I'd like to see them in playoff contention.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. I mean, just imagine
Mike Vick for head coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't bring your dogs to the game.
I swear, if they hire Mike Vick and they come out to who let the dogs out, I'm going to shit the bed. I'm telling you right now, they would be my life will be complete.
Oh yeah.
All right. Georgia State. Yellow Jackets.
Well, they're not running fucking triple option anymore, so
Yeah.
that's a plus, right?
Oh yeah. But
Bring back the honeycomb helmets.
I really don't have nothing to say about
They
Georgia
need to put
Tech.
Lionel Messi on the team.
They were actually pretty solid last year, though. I'm not saying like their record did not indicate that, but I watched them in a couple games last year,
I mean,
and
they fought.
they were
Yeah.
tougher, than what you thought. Like
And
they
it-
showed
it-
up to play, they competed.
And it just felt so weird that they don't do that triple option anymore.
It's very strange watching them actually play normal offense.
Yes.
It's very odd. It's something that's going to take some getting used to.
Oh yeah.
But I expect them to be probably toward the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Better than Tech, though. I'm going to call that. I think they're better than Tech.
Yeah.
Last, Duke.
Stick to basketball.
Was it David? Is it David Cutcliffe? Is that his name? Their coach. Is he still there?
Hold on, I got it right here. Let's see.
I can't remember if he retired.
Yes.
Yes,
he's still there. So
Yes, 14 years.
I could see Duke surprising some people this year. I couldn't tell you much about their team. They weren't on a lot last year. Nobody covered them much. I don't think they had the best season, but he's another one of those coaches that's again kind of Coach Snyder like.
Yeah.
He'll sneak up on you every few years and kind of have a surprise season where he's very competitive and puts together a good team. So they've been quiet last couple of years. So this could definitely be another one of those seasons for them.
Oh yeah.
Who wins the Coastal?
Obviously North Carolina, I think, but I'm gonna say that
Miami can give them.
I'm gonna say Pitt pushes them.
Say Pitt.
Yeah, I think Miami pushes them too. Don't get me wrong, but I wouldn't be surprised if Pitt ended up finishing with a better record than Miami.
Yeah, I put my money on Pittsburgh. I mean, I see them as a real sleeper team.
Yeah.
But nobody's giving no credit to.
Nobody's talking about them either because
No,
everybody
no,
wants to talk about De'Aaron King and Sam Howell.
Yeah.
So they're
Yeah,
just kind of
exactly.
flying under the radar
It's like bring back
completely.
the turnover train, the turnover chain and stuff.
How about bring back fucking winning? How
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that?
exactly.
let's just go ahead and throw it out there.
Ray Lewis for coach?
yeah, there you go. Yeah, you want somebody to get him fired up.
Oh yeah.
Ray Lewis would get ejected his first career game.
Yeah.
I'm calling it right now. If he ever coaches first game, he's out.
Oh yeah.
Who wins the ACC?
I'm going North Carolina.
Ooh.
What now?
Who wins the ACC?
Who wins the ACC?
Who wins?
To tell you the truth, I mean, Clemson, they're rebuilding. I'm going to have to go with North Carolina.
Yeah, I think this is the year somebody unseats them. I really do.
Yeah, I mean, Clemson has been on top of that mountain. It's time for somebody to put a boot in.
Well,
their
they've
ass.
constantly had two perennial QBs stay there for a fucking eternity, feels like.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
had Watson forever, and then you turn around, oh, here's Lawrence. He's here forever. So
Yeah,
if somebody is going to knock them off the top of that throne,
It's this
it's
year.
got to be this year.
Yeah.
It has to be.
I'm still sticking with Clemson. It's like
I
Yeah,
get that for sure. I just think they're more vulnerable this year than we've ever seen them.
The key thing is just how DJ's gonna play.
no, yeah. I mean, I think that's the whole.
If he comes out slinging it, it's probably gonna change.
I think that's the whole
mind.
question right there. Is like, what is DJ going to do?
Yeah, he definitely is. I think there's a little bit of a slippery slope there too. I don't know what their QB room looks like, but I'm sure there's a highly touted freshman waiting behind him.
Yeah.
And I mean, we
That's
all
just
seen how
itching.
that Kelly Bryant situation worked out with
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence. So if he doesn't bring it and get it done, don't be surprised if he gets benched at some point either.
Yeah, exactly.
I think he will though, but still, we
I
don't
mean,
really know yet.
Well, we all know that Dabo Swinney is not, he's not the one to play favorites.
No, for sure.
It's like, I mean, he will bench your ass if he knows that, you're just not doing your job.
Was it bring your own shit? Is that it?
Yeah.
Out of the ACC, who's your most improved team? Dylan, you go.
Let's see. Most improved. Again, I'm going Florida State for sure.
Yeah,
I
that's
just-
who I would say mine is.
I have a really good
gotta say
feeling
that,
that
too.
they're going to be sneakily good. God, I just butchered that. But they're going to be very under the radar. Nobody's talking about them still. And I just think second year with Norvell implementing his system, you giving him a good quarterback. As long as Milton is healthy,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
key.
I
And-
think he
and
can
plus-
go pretty far.
And plus, like we all saying, they're going to have a lot of motivation coming into the season, especially with the passing of Bobby Bowden.
Yes.
I mean, legendary head coach. I mean, and heck, our condolences.
I
to
can't
his
wait for
family
them
and
to
stuff.
knock off Notre Dame week 1 and everybody be like, it's rigged. It's
Rigged.
fucking rigged
Yeah.
because of Bowden. Like, just shut up. Like, it's Notre Dame. If Notre Dame goes there and gets throttled by 30, you're not going to see me be surprised.
Yeah,
No.
exactly.
I'll be
No,
excited,
no.
but not
Yep.
surprised.
Oh yeah, I'll be. But I'll tell you the truth, I'll be happy because nobody would be talking about Notre Dame this, Notre Dame that.
Fun
going
fact,
to make-
too. I'm taking another shot at Notre Dame while we're on the topic because I just have to. I can't. The other good thing that's happened in the last 20 years when that damn 30 for 30 came out with the Catholics versus convicts.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Best things happened to their football program in
only-
the last 10
Well,
years.
if you're taking shots at Notre Dame right now, I mean, I know we're not on the topic, but yeah, Tennessee, get the hell out.
Expect this to be
Fuck
a regular,
Tennessee.
people.
Oh yeah, a regular. We're gonna. I mean, tell you the truth, we might. I mean, if y'all like the show so much and everything, I mean, just give us a like or whatever. But if you want us to do a segment on nothing but Tennessee, I mean, I'll put a damn voting ballot and I'll see what y'all people think.
Next segment, so to speak. It's gonna be the Heisman.
Oh yeah.
Mother of all.
Oh yeah.
Who
I
do you
mean,
think's? Well, let's just say who's y'all's top 5?
top 5?
G-Tuck, you're over there reaching like you're about to pull a pistol, so we'll let you go first.
I mean, you don't know. I might bust a cap. I mean, we fire rounds here and there, But either way, well, at number 5, I mean, y'all probably gonna butcher me on this one, but I got Sam Howell. I mean,
Ooh.
Yeah,
Shots
everybody.
fired.
I was gonna say that's
It's
a
kind of
little
low. It's kind of low, but like I said, I mean, he's going. Well, him and Spencer Rattler is going to be the talk.
Yeah,
I mean, tell you
I
truth, tell you the truth, this Heisman is going to be. Well, I think it's going to be a favorite to the quarterback.
Well, it's like I was about to say, it's the Heisman Trophy, a.k.a. best quarterback
yeah.
in the
Yeah,
country
yeah,
award. Like,
exactly.
it's just impossible for a fucking running back to
Yeah.
win anymore.
But
I mean, it's amazing Devonta did what he did last year, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I see it. I mean, heck, y'all butcher me all you want, but yeah, I got Sam Howell at number 5.
Okay.
My number 5, I'm gonna put I always mess up his first name. Keaton. Keaton Slovis. I'm putting him at number 5.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like he's gonna have a really good year. Like I said earlier, who's really gonna stop them?
Yeah, that's true. That's yet to be determined. So
What about you, Dylan? Who you got?
I have JT Daniels at 5.
I thought about that too.
I mean, obviously, everybody knows he's kind of in that range. I just have him at 5 because, I mean, we don't know for sure. I mean, again, I still suspect Georgia to shit the bed, but he's definitely going to have the opportunity to put the numbers up. So
Who's your number 4?
Number
Garrett.
4, like I said, y'all probably gonna be butchering me. I mean, I don't know. It's just like from what I saw last year. I mean, I still have a little high hopes, But I want to say about Derek King. I mean, he showed a little bit, that caught my eye. But I mean, I can see him probably finishing, as a finalist. But I mean, I'm not really sold on him.
that's still a good pick, though.
Yeah, I mean,
He'll
it is a
probably be a
decent-
finalist, probably.
Yeah, I can probably see him going to New York.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not.
he's got all the talent in the world.
Yeah, but it's just like it just depends if his
They got a
line,
couple questions at how he's gonna be when he comes back.
Yeah.
Questions about their offensive line.
Yeah,
But I think he'll do solid.
yeah, oh yeah.
What about Dylan? You Dylan? What do you got for?
can't help it. This is the way you ended your last one. Oh, yeah. Just got walked off.
That's going to be a good one.
I have Matt Corral. As we talked about, very high on him. Again, he's going to have the opportunity to put up the video game number, so you got to have him in the mix for sure.
Yeah. My number 4, I'm gonna say DJ. I think he's gonna have a good year. So I'll put him at my number 4 spot. I mean, because he's gonna put up numbers in the ACC.
Oh yeah. No,
it's hard to go against
that for sure.
Now, when it comes to big games, how he's gonna do, we'll just have to see.
Yeah, we'll just have to see.
Let's go ahead and throw it out there as you just said. DJ used my 3, so I'm just gonna piggyback off what you said.
Well, that's me too. I mean, DJU is my 3. I mean, like Leonard was saying, I mean, he's going to put up yards. He's going to put up, he's going to put up the stats. But the big question is, can he bring it in big games?
Yeah.
My number 3, I'm gonna say Bryce Young. I understand nobody knows how he's gonna be, but I mean, he plays for fucking Alabama.
Yeah, right. I mean, if you're at Alabama and you put up numbers, you're in the talk already. Yeah. And they like to screw us over though. But I mean, one of our damn quarterbacks is gonna win this. Okay, can they quit getting screwed over? This is bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we've already had a damn tailback receiver. Come on.
I mean, at this point, Alabama's turned into wide receiver U, so he's got all the weapons he needs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, very true.
Solid offensive line.
Well, I hate to say it, but it's starting to look like that might have been why Tua was as good as he was.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know.
I mean, he had weapons as well. G-Tuck, who's your second pick?
My second pick, Spencer Rattler. I'm saying Spencer Rattler. I mean, because of all this hype. I mean, I've been seeing everything from him like, oh, he's picked to win it. I mean, I like Spencer Rattler and everything, but I think he's a cocky son of a bitch. I mean, I'm sorry.
Hey, that's the talk though. Everybody says he has a horrible attitude off the field.
Yeah, but to tell you the truth, but that could be cause, on or off the field.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, if everybody's saying that he is the biggest dick, is what everybody else is saying is like he's the biggest dick off the field. What the hell is his teammates seeing?
That's true. Yeah.
I mean,
could be some leadership issues.
Yeah, I think he'll be a finalist, but he ain't gonna win it.
I was gonna double down and be the dick off the field statement. And say that, if you're going to be the biggest dick off the field, well, my God, you better be toting the biggest one on the field because them old boys is going to come calling.
I mean, for real.
Fuck. Who's go with it? You, I guess?
Yeah. I'll just go ahead and throw my 2 out because it's not surprising. I have Howell at 2 and Rattler at 1. So
yeah, that's what I was going to go.
Well,
no more than what we talked about. Those 2 guys are front runners in the microscopes.
I mean, I'm kind of the oddball.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I still think Hal's the better quarterback, but I mean.
Well, let me.
I say who's his 1 because you had Hal at 5. So
yeah, exactly. Matt Corral. He's going to upset.
Okay,
that's a good one.
I say he upsets everybody, and he's going to be that Heisman winner. I mean, like I said, he's probably going to be the most well-balanced quarterback, from throwing to running. But I think he's going to have an outbreak year this year, especially with Lane Kiffin as, being a primary, offensive guru.
Right.
But
that's a really good pick. Solid.
But yeah, I call it. I mean, I'm calling the upsets. I mean, I'm not going to go off what ESPN is saying because half the damn time they don't know what the hell they're talking about. So
I don't know what the next planned segment is, but I really hope that it's the dark horse ones because I've got some fucking fire for you guys. I'm just going to be honest.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do next. Who would be the out of nowhere Heisman contender?
Well, what I got at number 5, I actually got Bryce Young at number 5.
Yeah, makes sense.
I mean, because, like I said, we don't know. He hasn't even played his first game yet. I mean, but
if it booms, it's there.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I can see him probably being a dark horse finalist. I mean, I don't say that. he probably going to win it. But I can probably say he can probably be a finalist.
Yeah.
If he keeps his head on straight.
Wouldn't mind be Penix. I think he could have a solid year.
Yeah, that's a
out of
good one.
nowhere.
That's a really good one.
He's got is that Fogel? Is it Fogel? It's not Fogel. That wide receiver for him.
Fucking Vogel.
I can't remember. It's like it was something.
I can't remember. Like,
yeah.
don't make me lie to you. But they've got weapons. Like, it's
Yeah.
not just Penix. Like, that offense has got a lot of talent.
I mean, whatever his name is, he's coming back. He's got a good year to put up some numbers.
This is true.
Oh yeah.
What about you?
So
Yeah.
my 5 is not super surprising. 4 through 1 is when the fun happens. But I have Emery Jones at 5. Again, I think he could have that big of a breakout season potentially that he gets in the conversation.
I actually got him at number 4. I mean, like I said, he's not being talked about.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even think in damn Gainesville he's being talked about. I mean, come on. I mean, give this guy a chance. I believe he could be a dark horse.
Yeah, most definitely.
Potential, heck, you never know. He might be a surprising Heisman winner.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it happen plenty of times. Nobody was talking about Joe Burrow a couple years ago.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and that's
nobody was talking about Devontae Smith last year either, really.
Yeah, putting up video
There was a
game
couple
numbers.
lists you've seen him on his dark horse, but not many.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Other than having another
People
wide
actually
receiver.
hyped Waddle up more than him.
Yeah, and that was the crazy part. But I mean, shout out to Devontae.
Another reason to tell Tennessee to go to hell, too.
Yeah.
Right? I saw about it. So there we go. Whoever's keeping up with the Tennessee
But,
count.
But shout out Devontae Smith and Desmond Howard being wide receivers.
What are we on 4?
Yeah.
Yeah. My number 4th one is, damn it, I just had him in my name and I drew a blank. Sorry, guys. Fuck.
You got this, Leonard.
DJ, it sounds like somebody's murdering your fucking dog out there.
I
Let's
probably
be
need to.
honest.
I probably need to go check right quick.
Golly, I just fucked that all up. But that's his name. Purdy.
Oh, Brock Purdy. Okay, yeah.
I think he could have a good year, solid year.
I agree. No, he should definitely be in that mix for dark horse contenders for sure. I mean, we know they're going to be in the mix of things, and he's going to have his opportunities.
I mean, even what you call it too. Bell, is it? Tailback.
Bell. Oh no, you're talking about Brees Hall.
Yeah, Brees Hall.
Yeah, he's.
I don't know where
Fun
I got
fact:
Bell.
he's actually my number 3.
Really?
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
I think he could have a monster season, and they've kind of been cranking out tailbacks at Iowa State recently too. So I definitely think he's poised to have another really good season. So I'm going to touch on my 4 while we're
I was going to say, go ahead.
waiting on him to investigate the murder. Number 4, I have Trey Sanders.
Yeah, I can see that.
The reason I say that is I think at the beginning of the season, with us kind of not really knowing what to expect out of Bryce Young and kind of what's to come there, I wouldn't be surprised early on because I'm not sold on Brian Robinson yet. So I could easily see a scenario where Trey Sanders gets in the game early if he's healthy, like they claim. Maybe he gets off to a hot start, and if he does, I mean, Saban's going to feed him the damn ball. Like, I'm not saying that he's going to get, Derrick Henry carries, but he's going to have his opportunities, and I wouldn't be surprised if he could be another two-way back like Najee. So I could see him having a season.
We still on number 4?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Cool.
Dylan went with his, so.
Okay. Cool.
You're up. You took?
Number 4.
Yeah.
Well, like I said before, I had Emery Jones at number 4.
So we're going around 3 now.
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, same thing as what Dylan is saying. I mean, nobody's just giving him no love.
Number 3 could be possibly a good big year. JT Daniels.
Yeah.
I think he can. He's got weapons. George Pickens.
Well, like I said, I mean, prove us wrong.
Don't know if Pickens is going to play, though.
Is he? I thought he was.
He tore his ACL.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But
I
they're
knew
still
he
saying
had-
he could come back at some point, but I don't know. And if he does, who knows how effective he'll be. But I do think this is the most talented wide receiver room that Georgia's had.
Yeah.
Okay. number 3, dark horse, Brees Hall.
That is mine as well.
I mean, come on, this guy's fixing to break 2,000 yards. You know, have a 2,000-yard season or 2,000-yard career. He has 23 touchdowns and nobody's giving him no talks. I mean, literally, this guy is like an all-around package. He speed, and he'll chuck your ass.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, he's legit. That dude is something serious.
My number 2, Malik Willis. Liberty.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a legit dark horse, but man, he's a bad man.
Oh, yeah.
He's good. Auburn probably should have never let him go.
Probably not.
Right, yeah, like they are just kicking themselves for that
Yeah.
now. Like he's literally at fucking Liberty lighting it up with
Yeah.
Hugh Freeze,
Yeah.
who was a fucking pimp at Ole Miss. So well, he's pimping with the Flames now. So
Oh, yeah.
What about you, Garrett? Who you got? 2.
Number 2, I got another one. Brock Purdy. I mean, that son of a bitch is about going to 10,000-yard season.
and I'm so
Or
excited to tell
2,000
you
yard.
about my last 2 because I'm going way off the fucking rails here compared to so far.
I mean, a 10,000-yard career season. I mean, he's looking at that. I mean, this guy is not getting any type of
no, people should be talking about him
Respect.
more. Like I understand, like it's easy to get caught up talking about the Rattler and how to be, but he should be right there with him.
I mean,
honestly.
for God's sakes, they're giving Bo Nix more spotlight.
Yeah,
and what the
that's
hell has he done?
fucking
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, get out of your dad's shadow, okay?
What about you, Dylan? Who's your number 2?
I have Derek Stingley at number 2.
I thought about that. So
Yeah, I have to.
I really think he has a bounce back season in a big way. Obviously, we know it's just basically impossible for a
Yeah.
defensive guy to win. But I definitely think he could get invited.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think it's very
Oh, yeah.
possible.
Oh,
I see him really making some plays this year because one, they do have a D coordinator who knows what the hell they're doing. But I feel like they got enough talent now back on that side of the ball that they're not, defenses are not going to be able to just go right after him
Yeah.
because the other guys are going to make some plays. And I just think it'd be interesting. I think we should probably see him make some serious noise this year.
All right. For my number 1, I'm gonna say Emery Jones.
Emery Jones.
Emery Jones.
Oh, like I said, I mean,
Gator.
everybody's gonna, everybody's gonna know who Emery Jones is after this season.
Good or bad.
I mean, for real.
But he's the way Dan has that offense running. I see him having a good year.
yeah,
Don't see him going any lower expectations than
oh yeah,
what he has.
yeah. I understand that, and heck, I agree with that. I mean, he's gonna be he's got some not no shoes to fill, but he got something to prove. 3 years, haven't got a chance, and now he's gonna have a chance.
I mean, look, it normally now that works. I mean, look at Mac Jones.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you never know. You might have a hidden gem.
Yeah, very true.
Because he could have easily said, "Nah, I'm out."
No, he stayed, and
Yeah.
it paid off.
Oh yeah.
What about you, Gary? Who's your number 1?
Okay, my number 1 is well, I'm going to roll tide on this one. Trey Sanders. That son of a bitch right there. I mean, he came off a gruesome injury. I mean, it sucks, but I think he ain't gonna let that injury hold him down. I think he's gonna have himself a good year. I think he might take the starting role this year.
It's up for grabs.
Yeah, but either way, we'll just see in the next couple of games and on how he does. But I think he could be a dark horse. I mean, to be established, to to be well established, as you can say.
Most definitely.
I mean, because he hasn't really had a chance to be at his full potential, and I think this year he'll have that chance to be.
This is kind of the make or break year for him. Really.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you're either in it or not.
Yeah.
I mean, but I think he could be to me personally, I think he could be a dark horse Heisman winner.
What about you, Dylan?
All right, so I got one right here.
Oh, we
This
getting
is-
ready.
Yeah, that's right. This kid is dripping fucking swag. Okay. Quinn Ewers. Do any of you guys know who he is?
Who the hell is that?
Okay, that just tells me a lot right there.
If y'all could see what Leonard's face right
I
now,
don't-
he don't know. He don't even.
This is
have a
the
damn
dark
clue.
horses of damn
don't-
dark horses right here, because this would be a history-winning Heisman, too, if he pulls it off. No shit.
I'm gonna guess he's from Wyoming.
No. You would think so, though, because he does have a fucking sweet mullet. No shit. This kid's rocking mullet, everything. All he needs is some pit vipers and a 24-pack
What,
of Bush.
Western Michigan?
No. Ohio State.
Ohio State.
Ohio
Yes.
State.
I couldn't tell you exactly what number he is, but he is one of the top quarterbacks in this next year's recruiting class. But fun fact, he opted out of his senior year because of the NIL deal, and he is going to be enrolled at campus. He is already there, from what I know,
Really?
and he is on the roster. So I'm just saying right now, I hadn't heard a whole lot about McCord and Stroud. You know,
Yeah.
I know they're blue chip recruits, but you know,
they
usually with these Ohio State quarterbacks, it's already kind of set in stone who's
Yeah.
going to be the starter. That's not the case. So I'm like,
No,
man,
there's a battle going on.
if they don't do good and if they start off a little shaky, I wouldn't be surprised they throw this kid out here and he could be 17 years old out here slinging fucking darts. Imagine if he wins the Heisman. This kid's gonna be a legend.
A
He already has a-
17-year-old.
He already has an
Heisman winner.
NIL deal in Texas too, by the way, with some kind of tea company. I forget, but
Yeah.
like, pretty sweet ass commercial too. I decided to check it out, but still,
Oh,
I mean, the mullet. I'm telling you, mullet's taking him to victory. So
Oh,
I
my
just
Lord.
that would be the dark horse of dark horses right there. If he gets on the
Yeah.
field, from what I've heard, people comparing him to Pat Mahomes a little bit.
oh, really?
Yeah, so that tells you what kind of
That's
talent level we're talking about.
That's a
And
lot
they
of
said he
shoes
has
to
a
fill. That's
fucking
a big,
cannon for an arm. So
but a 17-year-old Heisman winner.
wouldn't that be some shit?
Hey,
That
that's-
will be some shit.
Yeah, that would. I mean, that would. I mean, that'll bust it. That'll bust everything wide open right there.
So now that we're done with the Heisman candidates, now on to the next segment. Coaches that are on the hot seat.
Oh yes.
Oh,
I've been waiting
yes.
for this one.
Thank you, Lord.
Josh Heupel. Fuck Tennessee. We really hate Rocky Top around here. I'm just telling you.
Oh yeah, you have no idea.
Everybody's gathering their notes.
Oh yeah, because this is gonna be a good. Because this is what. I mean, this is like on Family Guy. It's like, you know what really grinds my gears?
This is true. Yeah, and I have a
Yeah.
couple. I have a couple good hot takes on this one.
Oh yeah.
All right, Gary.
I mean, I'm not doing no number 5 thing, but I'm going straight to my number 1, and that's Jim fucking Harbaugh.
I'm pretty sure that's everybody's.
I agree. Yeah, that's my number one. So we'll just go ahead and get that out of the way.
every time he got hired. I mean, yes, I'm doing a hot take on this. I mean, he got hired first on, and guess what? Didn't beat Ohio State. And that's, you know what? Last year, they didn't even play. Might as well just say Ohio State won. I mean,
Yeah, that's true.
I
yeah,
mean,
they would have throttled him.
I mean, because who was in the national championship last year? Okay,
How did he get it?
Ohio State wins. But like I'm saying, Jim Harbaugh, I'm not sold. I've never been sold. And, you know, he just needs to get the hell out of
Well-
the big blue.
Well, they're dumbasses. They
Yeah.
hired him to another contract.
yeah, but I still like. I think he could get fired this year. Like, being COVID
Yeah.
year, no coaches were really moving. Like, you know what I mean? Everybody kind of just was standing pat because you didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly.
it was not the right year to make a move, but I
This
mean,
year-
he was brought in there to be like the rival to Meyer. Like, it was supposed to be like Urban Meyer, Nick Saban Part 2.
Yeah. I mean, you
And
come
he
from
has not fucking lived up to that at all.
Yeah.
Like, Meyer's gone. He's still beating him.
Yeah.
He's in the fucking NFL with Trevor Lawrence.
and he's still beating them. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, it's just like, when is Michigan going to realize, if they ever do realize, he ain't the guy?
No, he's shit.
I mean,
He can't even beat Michigan State. Let's not even talk about Ohio State.
It's like
he
he
can't
can't
fucking beat Michigan State.
Yeah, he can't even beat Michigan State. He can't even beat fucking Penn State. I mean,
Wisconsin's whooped his ass too.
Yeah.
Like even the decent
Yeah.
mid-level teams, he's just struggled.
I was like, hell, his brother's doing better being in the damn NFL, and hell, he couldn't even hold a damn job in the NFL. So, I mean, it's time. I mean, is it time for Jim Harbaugh to come back to the first step of being a head coach, being a damn high school coach? Hell no. I wouldn't even have him come into a local high school team called Barry, Alabama, and no, he ain't gonna be the high school football coach because he's fucking shit.
He's another one too. Refuses to update his offense.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Has been the complete killer. He had Shea Patterson for at least 2 seasons, I know, who was balling out at Ole Miss in that system,
Yep.
and that was with Luke Falk, I think, or whoever that guy was.
Yeah.
Like, and he literally goes to Michigan and his fucking career just dies.
But-
Like, people were
but-
talking about him being an NFL quarterback, but it was because he all of
Yeah.
a sudden said, "Oh, here's a guy who can make plays out of the pocket, use his legs to extend plays. No, let's just stick him in the pocket and put him under fucking center."
Yeah, I mean,
Like, it's
I
so
mean,
stupid.
it's hard. It's hard to use a quarterback to use his legs and everything when you got Tom Brady's fucking offense. I mean, for God's sakes, they haven't updated that offense since '99.
You know what kills me though? Like he's so hell bent on run like pro style and didn't want to use Patterson's legs, but yet, he did have Kaepernick when they went to that Super Bowl,
Yeah.
And he
right? And he
utilized him.
utilized his
Yeah.
legs, right? But he refuses to do that with anybody else. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Another coach that I think is on the hot seat for sure. Kirby Smart.
Ooh.
That's a hot take, but
Yeah.
yeah, you can make the case,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Georgia, I'm telling you, you listen like to any radio station or anything in Georgia, and they're like, "This is the year. This
Yeah.
got to be the year. It's got to be the year," which I think is a kind of bullshit. Like this is the best
Yeah.
team they've had, but they should still be grateful for what they have. Like,
I mean,
and
yeah.
I understand the frustrations too,
Yeah.
but they're another one that I think you're not Alabama. I'm
No.
sorry, but you're not.
No.
You might want to be, but you're not.
You might be the most successful assistant
And
coach.
honestly, if they would just
you know,
wait, like
coming
who
out,
knows
but-
when Saban retires, right? Who knows?
Yeah.
But
Yep.
let's just say that it's going to happen in the next 5 to 7 years, right? Because the day he does, then they probably are the Alabama, the SEC at that point. If Kirby's still there, I mean,
Yeah.
he's doing everything just like Saban,
Yeah.
besides winning the big ones.
yeah,
But it's
exactly.
usually because Saban's been whipping his ass in the big ones. So if they just wait a couple of years, it'll probably be you guys' time to shine. Then.
Yeah. And 1987 is not going to be like 1987 anymore.
So, I definitely think you can make that case. If they end up blowing this to epic proportions, especially, oh, yeah, man, he might
Yeah.
get fired. Seriously.
I mean, for real.
And there is some games on that schedule they could lose.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Garrett? You got anybody else?
Chip fucking Kelly.
Yeah, Chip Kelly's on my list.
I mean, for real. I mean,
Yeah, he is.
what has he done?
I was excited when he got back into college, and,
Being back in the Pac-12 too.
and going to UCLA, I thought, when like you said in Pac-12 too, like he knows the area, right?
Yeah.
And
I
then
mean-
he goes to UCLA, and like he's just been trash. Like, so I'm like, you're telling me fucking Jim Mora was like put together a good 4 or 5 year stretch there, but you can't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Chip's fucking done, man.
Yeah.
I really
Yeah.
do. I think he's done. It pains me to say that. He was one of my favorite coaches and offenses to watch there during that Oregon run, but
Mhm.
Was.
he just does not appear to have it anymore.
Yeah.
I think he's another one people have just figured his scheme out.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot of it. You got to think, is there so much film on that now? Not even just from the Oregon days, but his NFL career too, because they were doing the same stuff.
Yeah.
Another good one that's probably going to lose their job this year for sure. Most likely. Scott Frost.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. You can make a case from being on there. I personally think even if they have a bad season, he's not gone yet.
Yeah.
I mean, Nebraska are the most patient fans in the fucking world. They have sold out their stadium for what, like 15, 20 years straight, and they've been fucking shit. And they're still selling out home games.
Yeah.
So they're extremely patient.
Oh, yeah.
A little too patient.
Yeah, now he needs to step it up. Seriously,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I'm
oh, yeah.
disappointed. I was really excited when he went to Nebraska. I thought, man, this is going to be it. They're going to contend now. Somebody else to push Ohio State maybe,
Yeah.
and they've just been shit.
Yeah, and nothing. Plus another historic team that we'd like to see to be on the upper ice.
You got anybody else?
Clay Helton.
Yeah, Clay
Yeah,
Helton
that's
is
another
actually
thing.
my number one, and this is why. I want to say this. 5-7 records, 8-5 in records. Even though that's a good, probably a good record for him, but to me, it's either he wins the Pac-12 or he's out.
Yeah, and probably so.
Yeah.
I mean, because I wouldn't, I'm not going to tell you this is the best team he's had. Obviously, that would have been back with Darnold and Smith-Schuster and some of those guys.
But you take it. But you take it when you have Donald and everything, and still haven't won.
No, but this is the best team he's had since then. But still, they're going to want him to produce and win that conference, or I think he's gone too, probably. The only way I think he survives is if they don't win the conference and he just barely misses it, right?
Yeah.
Like maybe a last-second loss or something like that.
I mean, but that's me personally. That is just going to be like he either needs to win the Pac-12 or he just needs to start packing his bags.
Well, and I want to see USC get better, right? I mean, for the better part of our lives, they were very dominant
in the early 2000s.
That program, and they have just they've been so bad since then. Minus a few little wonder years here and there, but they've just been terrible, really.
Well, to tell you the truth, I mean, and also I'm giving a shout out to NCAA. Give Reggie Bush back his damn Heisman.
Yeah, please. Yeah. I'm gonna get on that train too. Quit being fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Okay. If you want to know, go watch the highlights against him in Fresno State, specifically when he ran up the sideline and behind the back juked a motherfucker and went across the other side of the field. It's 2021. I still ain't seen that shit live. Okay, so
I mean, we've seen people hurdle other people and then stiff arm another guy.
The only other person I'm gonna throw in this ring to, one, I'm not gonna go in depth on this one, but I think Orgeron's there a little bit too.
Yeah,
if they shit the bed big time again, he's probably fucking out. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
like he'll be back at eating chicken on a stick in fucking Mississippi Exxon. So
being part of the circus.
But Justin Fuente.
Yeah, that's another
He
one.
is on the hot seat like a motherfucker, I think, this year. And it's so disappointing because his first year at VT, he did pretty good. Like, I'm pretty sure they were 9-3, if I remember right. Like, they were pushing
he had a good start.
Conference.
And, well, hell, like I said, I'm going to volunteer one, too, myself. That's damn Jimmy Pruitt. Fuck Jimmy Pruitt.
I say Mario Cristobal at Oregon.
Yeah,
he's getting close there.
That.
Yeah, I kind of make that case. The only thing with Oregon, though, is like, who the fuck are you going to replace him with, though, right? Like, the Pac-12 is so unappealing. Like, that's the thing. It's not that Oregon's a problem, but it's where they're at.
Yeah.
Who the hell wants to go to the Pac-12 right now? Nobody does.
Chip Kelly returns to Oregon.
Hey,
Yeah,
maybe. Maybe. I mean,
maybe.
I don't know, like, if they would do it for sure or not, but
but
I do want to, like, see, like, Oregon, like, get somebody who runs, like, spread, though, because it's so fucking weird watching them play, like, big boy ball.
Yeah.
Like, it's so fucking weird. Like, for years, they were super spready.
This is like they got a running back that is, like, probably, like, 5'11", 100 and
they're dripping with
180.
swag with fucking chrome helmets and face masks to just play, like, 3 yards in a cloud of dust football. And I'm like, this is fucking weird. Like, it's just, just go back to the original, like, 80s uniforms if you're going to do that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
all right. I think we should close it off with playoff predictions. Close the show off with that.
Little preseason playoff predictions.
This is something I would think, too. Like, we will probably update this at least once a week when the season starts.
Yeah.
And we'll kind of adjust it week to week.
Yeah.
Well, when everybody is starting to move up and starting to move down out of the rankings. And while college football is still we're just doing our week 0 predictions pretty much. But actually, I've done the whole 6, like who's looking out and who's,
Okay.
and who's actually in. Number 6, you're actually going to be surprised probably. I say Ohio State. Ohio State, number 6.
I'm fine with that. Again, there's a lot of question marks with them.
I'm predicting it right now. They're going to go, like I said, they're just going to go undefeated. Probably. They're going to go undefeated. But I believe like a team like Indiana probably going to take them. I mean, they nearly did last year. I mean, fuck it. I mean, throw the kitchen sink.
Well, that's true. I mean, they competed with them last year and almost beat them, and that was with Fields and all those other guys who were not there.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Like, until Quinn
If
Ewers
Indiana
comes
would
in
showed
at
up at
halftime
the
and throws for 500 yards and they win the fucking game.
Yeah,
How about
exactly.
that?
Yeah.
Indiana would have
swag.
showed up the first quarter. It'd be a different ball game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it would have been for
Oh, yeah.
sure. Because Fields, he had a horrible
It's
game. That game.
Yeah,
It's
it was
definitely
bad.
it's definitely going to be a game that I'm actually going to be watching. Is when Ohio State plays Indiana. I mean, it's probably going to be a shit fest, but but my predictions is I think there's going to be at least one upset in Ohio State, but Indiana's probably going to be the one.
I'm telling you, it's going to be a shit fest when they put in Quinn Ewers. I'm just Ryan Day, just do it. Fucking do it.
Yeah.
Fuck it. This
Yeah.
the year does not give a shit.
Yeah. But well, still doing me or y'all done? Y'all done? Just 4.
Yeah, I sort of did just 4.
Yeah,
but
I did just 4 as
okay.
well.
Well, I done. Like I said, I didn't. I kind of went all out on this, but number 5 for me, looking out, it's going to be Cincinnati. I mean, Cincinnati was in the playoff picture, last year.
And if they run the table again like they did last year, I wouldn't have a damn problem with them getting in.
Yeah,
to be honest,
exactly.
I mean, especially if it came down to them or Ohio State. Like, I
exactly.
don't give a shit. I don't want to hear a schedule from Ohio State because what argument are you gonna make?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, and then last year they showed that they can play.
Yeah.
big boy
I mean,
ball.
they obviously didn't complete the upset against Georgia, but they played 4-quarter game with them.
Yeah, I mean,
4-quarter game, and like after what we saw from Ohio State against Bama in the title game, like if they would have played Georgia, they would have got thumped.
Yeah, exactly. But going from the main, our main 4, or who's going to be playing who, or who, number 4, I'm going with a dark horse, or as you can say, North Carolina. North Carolina at number 4. I say they take the ACC. They take away Clemson. They knock them down off the pedestal, and I say they get a spot in the playoffs.
I double down on that. I have them at 4 as well. I think they take the ACC this year.
Yeah,
I think Clemson doesn't get in this year.
Yeah, I don't see Clemson being in here, this year.
And if Clemson doesn't have a really good season, I think this is when they could get edged out. Maybe it wouldn't be by North Carolina, obviously, but but possibly somebody else like an A&M maybe or something. Because after last year, it's just getting beat the hell out of them like they did. That's really going to be hanging around people's memories.
It raises the question.
Yes.
Yeah. Leonard, who you got as number 4?
Number 4, I have Clemson.
You got Clemson.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like North Carolina.
You got to be the damn oddball, man.
They're gonna give them a game, but I don't know.
Well,
I just don't feel like they could take that leap.
My thing is, if the chips are on the table and it's DJU or Sam Howell to win the game,
yeah,
I'm going Sammy. I'm going Sammy all day.
Yeah, but like I said, I mean DJU is highly questionable, but Clemson in general, the defense. Like, what the hell is the defense going to do?
Yep.
I mean, if you're going to let Notre Dame slice you up, last year, what the hell are you going to do this year?
Well, but they rebounded off of that, obviously, when they replayed them. But I do think there's still a lot of question marks for Clemson defensively. But I just think it's like Brent Venables seems to have lost his touch a little bit.
Yeah,
it seems like right because there for a while it was just like you just knew he was going to get a big coaching job. But the last 2 years for sure, he's just been
Yeah.
Like, it's not terrible, but it's not quite the like you said lockdown they were doing previously.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, for God's sakes, I mean, like if it was back then when Deshaun Watson was playing, I mean, their whole defense was a first-round draft pick.
Well, we always know at least we can count on them having a dirty ass playing linebacker.
Yeah.
Whoever that asshole was that took that shot on Fields last year, and then of course they had Ben Boulware like punching people in the dick for 3 years. That's a son of a bitch.
Yeah.
What about you, Dylan? Who you got?
You got North Carolina.
Yeah, I got North Carolina at 4 as well.
Oh.
Yeah. But my number 3, even though it is same conference as Alabama, but I'm going with Texas A&M. I think Texas A&M got screwed last year by, coming in, being talked about the playoff picture, even though they did kind of fucked it. But
well, they kind of did, but they didn't though. Because like the only thing is, like that's why I still feel like Cincinnati should have got the 4th spot last year.
Either way,
yeah.
But they didn't have enough offense with Mon last year. Like I still feel like whoever they would have played, they would have got throttled because they wouldn't have been able to score enough. Because Mon's going to dink and dunk the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, you can see about the quarterback, the quarterback competition. Like who's going to step up. But like I said, Jimbo Fisher, he's kind of like a Nick Saban. I mean, he was kind of like a Nick Saban to Florida, Florida State for like a couple of years, but it was just I don't know. I just have a weird feeling about this year that even if they do beat or if they even lose to Alabama, I still think they get in.
Yeah.
If they have a strong season, other than the Alabama game, or if they win or lose, I mean, it doesn't matter. I believe they get in.
For me, my top four is just gonna be so cliche because I mean right now it's.
Damn it, Leonard.
I know it. It's just, but right
Think
now
outside the box now.
until the season starts, mine will probably definitely change. But right now, I mean, number 3, Ohio State.
Oh, fuck off.
I mean, I don't like Ohio State.
Ohio State, come on, man. Like, what is there to like there,
Man,
sir?
The most clicheest part is, talking about your own team. Like, I'll put fucking Florida in there.
I respect you more if you put Florida in there at this
Well,
point.
I wouldn't say I would put Florida at number 5. I feel like they could be knocking on the door.
But I think Ohio State is just the most cupcakeiest.
I just had so many questions for Ohio State this year. They're still gonna win, but like you just elaborated to, like of course they are. They're gonna fucking play cupcakes.
I mean,
Yeah.
and that's the thing though. Like
Ohio State. I mean,
just because their brand, they go undefeated.
well,
No matter what their schedule
Yeah.
is, they're gonna beat.
I mean, to tell you the truth, it's going to be like fucking. I don't know. Ohio State is kind of like a Augustus Gloop off fucking Willy Wonka. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna be covered in fucking sprinkles and damn and fucking chocolate all, but he gets a damn golden ticket every fucking year.
It's all gonna be fun and games till the Akron Zips come to town on September 18th.
Oh, you
Ruin
calling
the
it?
fucking season?
You calling it?
Hell no, I'm not calling it. They got the fucking Zips number.
Well, like I said, I'm calling. I mean, I'm calling it right now. Indiana's going to have their fucking number this year.
Yeah, I mean that's not far fetched at all.
I mean,
for sure.
I mean, coming from
They
a guy,
almost beat
a guy,
the team last year, who was a better team.
I mean,
Penn-
like I said, 491 yards. I mean, Michael Penix Jr. I mean, 400. I mean, practically 500 yards, and he threw 5 fucking touchdowns against Ohio State's defense.
Who you got 3 down?
3, I have a tie here, which sounds stupid, I know, and kind of a cliche decision too, but I have Georgia/A&M here. I think either one of those are interchangeable. I do think this is the year that the SEC gets 2 in.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care what anybody says. I say the year. I know it's happened before, but it's going to happen again because
I mean,
there's too much going on in the conference.
It's like even if it's like from the same conference, I mean, you just like I said earlier on the show, is like SEC is going to be strong this year.
Yeah.
I mean, because it doesn't matter if you lose to let's just say this, this for example, Georgia and Florida, the Georgia and Florida game, everybody is undefeated. Let's just say Florida did beat Alabama,
right?
On that week 3, is undefeated, but Georgia takes out Florida. I mean, I can see probably like Florida, and Florida and Georgia talking to the playoff picture. Let's just say that Florida was like, let's say the number 1, being number 1, but they don't change that. You can possibly see, like a rematch, as you can say at the 1 and 3 spot, or the 2 and 4 spot. I mean, what I'm saying is it doesn't matter on what side of of the conference you are. I mean, the SEC is going to be strong. I believe that we'll have at least.
Well, yeah, definitely. I mean, that's why I say
teams.
like even A&M, I can make the case. Maybe the only game they lose is to Bama, but it's a pretty tight contest. As long as they don't just get absolutely embarrassed and they win out again this year, they're fucking getting in.
Yeah.
It's happening, like it or not.
Oh yeah.
So that's why I've got them kind of interchangeable there.
Oh yeah.
You got 2.
I got number 2 at Oklahoma.
I think everybody does.
Yep,
Now,
me too.
I mean, Oklahoma is, like I said, Spencer Rattler, but, even though he's a dick off the field and possibly going to be the Heisman winner, I mean, that's what everybody else is thinking. But, like ESPN. ESPN is just being selfish right now.
Well, it's been so long since they hadn't got back in the. Well, I forget they did get in there with Hurts a couple years ago, but I forget about it because we all knew they were gonna get their ass kicked by LSU. Let's be honest. So but they've been left out of it more than anybody else as far as your big name program brands. But I think this year they get back in it, but actually have a legitimate shot. It's the same thing even when they made it with Kyler Murray a couple years ago. Like they were not beating us. Like everybody knew that.
No.
It was a problem, but it wasn't a big problem.
Right. Whereas this year they get in, I actually think they could compete. Like I'm not saying they would win it or it's necessarily a 2-point game, but I think it would probably be the best playoff run that they've had.
Yeah. Number one.
I'm gonna go what Stephen Smith's been saying. Alabama.
Number one, Tennessee.
But like
Notre
I said,
Dame.
Alabama.
Oh God.
Well, like I said, number one is gonna be Alabama. I mean, you got to
Yeah,
prove. You got to beat the man.
Like if you don't have them at one right now, period, whether it be like you're just preseason rankings,
You're just a
or even in the
fucking hater.
playoffs, yeah, you're a fucking hater.
Yeah,
like that's
that's
all there is to it.
I mean, if you can't, I don't like Auburn. I don't like Tennessee. But if they show me something, I'm going to talk about them and be like, okay, they're showing me something. They're proving something. But that's what I just don't get. All these Alabama haters over here, it's just like, oh, I don't like Alabama because they're winning.
Well, everybody consistently says like, we got to change this and that because somebody's winning so much. Like, how about just step your fucking game up?
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
that's all you have to do.
Yeah, you got to.
All you have to do.
And stop running your damn mouth and actually do it.
Yeah, very true.
But
All right, guys. I think that was
but I guess that concludes our first episode on my brother's Scorekeeper podcast.
Don't mind the baby crying in the background.
Oh yeah, that's Leonard over there. Trail of tears.
That's the boss in the background. She's pissed, telling us to quit.
Yeah. But either way,
it's time to go to bed.
yeah. But either way, I hope y'all enjoyed this first episode of the podcast. I just hope y'all know on the description and everything, we will have our Gmail account. We will have our Twitter account. We'll have a YouTube channel also. And if y'all like this and we have a big following, we will start doing video podcasting. If y'all want to see our ugly asses. but either ways, hell, y'all have a damn good day, night, whatever. And hell, we're fucking out.